Writer for Life 724 just redeemed Swift joke.
We'll make this work. Don't worry. The camera still works. The camera still works. I'm still here.
The camera still works. The camera still works. I'm still here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is this? Am I on? Oh my goodness. Oh hello. Am I on?
Yeah, looks like we're good.
Oh my goodness. Oh hello.
All right, everybody. So, as some of you have noticed, we're doing a little community mashup here because today we have some super fun stuff happening in the division. The crossover that no one expected. Dead by Daylight in the Division 2. And so I thought, who better to have, a stream with than the #1 looper of Dead by Daylight in the world.
Number one?
Kick 85.
Number one, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me, Recon. I really do appreciate that. Number one looper. A lot of people give me these weird names. #1 looper, master looper. I don't know. I always feel like that when I stream. I'm better off stream. I'm a better looper off stream. So that way, but nobody believes me. Nobody's gonna believe me when I tell them that I'm a master looper off stream, right? So, but anyways, thank you for having me, Recon. Really do appreciate that.
Yeah, glad to have you here.
Is there a particular doll you wanted? I'm Sans doll. I'm Sans doll. Is there a doll you want?
You know what? Let's go with Oni. You have Oni?
Oh, I don't. No, I don't.
Wait,
no. Okay.
Slinge.
So
Slinge.
The Slinge. Okay, yeah, I think I can
Slinge.
get Let me get the Slinge here. Okay, I gotta find. I gotta go through my grown man's bin of dolls here. Just give me a sec here. Give me a second. This always happens every stream. It's like, okay, so I have the hat. I have the hat. Just give me a sec here. Why? Okay, here we go.
So
is this it?
While he's looking for that, we have. Oh, right. Yes. Sorry. Ryder has noticed, and we'll get to this after the Slinge. Ryder has redeemed a Swift joke. We have a new redeem special for this collab.
Oh my goodness!
We can do some dad jokes as we do this as well.
I'm not. You know what, Recon? You've thought of everything. You've thought of everything. I was like, I was like, will I do jokes today? Okay, here, just give me a sec here. Give me a sec here. So let me just find
While he's working on those, there is a little bit of house cleaning that has to be done. Thank you to the overlords over at Ubisoft for enabling these Dead by Daylight theme drops in our Division 2 game on our stream. If you guys play the Division 2, you can get a handful of different things, starting with, if I can zoom in a little bit, you can actually probably go to this awesome arm patch, the Dead by Daylight iconic 5 tally. On top of that, there's going to be some really cool skins for guns, which, apologies, I put one of them away. This is going to be one of them. There's one themed after the Huntress, and then there's one
that's really
also
cool.
themed after just Dead by Daylight in general, along with actually, I need to check to see if this is part of the drops or not.
Right. Well, that's really cool. I actually didn't think that this was going to happen. I know that when I was at the 10th anniversary event that they're doing like a Scooby-Doo collab. I don't remember them mentioning anything about this. This is like a big surprise to me.
This is one that kind of flew under the radar.
Yeah.
So long story short, I got the notification for this a couple weeks ago, and I was like,
Right.
"Ooh, that's crazy! Never would have thought about that." It was super limited information. Like the info that they gave me was just collab logo arm patch, and I was like,
Right.
so generic. And then I looked at the very bottom, and the last item for 4 hours is this Wraith Bell backpack trophy, and I went, "Wait a minute,
Oh, that's
a
crazy.
Wraith and a belt." I was like, it's got to be Dead by Daylight.
It has
and
to
then,
be,
like,
yeah.
a day or two later, they released the teaser for Oni coming to DC, and I was like, all right, that's it. We know what it is now.
Right.
No
right.
doubt.
Oh my God. Okay. Now wait a minute, Recon. Let me get that joke in. Should I get that joke in?
Yes, go for your joke,
Okay.
and then after that, it appears that I have a cat fact that I need
A
to
cat fact. Oh
provide
my
with.
goodness. Okay. Just give me a sec here. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I gotta find where's the joke here. Let me see. Okay. All right, you ready? Here we go. A man was in court this morning. Did you guys know this? I saw this this morning. A man was in court this morning for stealing a bag. It took just 3 minutes to get sentenced. It was a brief case.
I apologize to the Swift community. I didn't have the time to put in the redeems that are usually followed by that.
Oh, it's okay.
So
it's okay.
feel free to sound off in the chat, which I think we should have combined chat. And I think I saw.
You suck, yeah.
Kohan the Barbarian. Yep. So it.
Oh, is he here?
I saw him for a brief second.
Oh,
so I
no
think,
way.
Yeah. Sorry. We don't have the Slam Swift head on the table.
It's not, no, but I mean, to be now ladies and gentlemen out there in the chat, you have to remember that we're on Recon's stream, right? So I'm not here to hijack his stream. This is Recon's stream. I'm an invited guest. I'm an invited guest here. So you know, when it comes time for me to invite him on our stream, right? You know, you'll be able to do the slamming of the head in the desk, I suppose. I mean, if that's what you want.
I will say there is a redeem, and I think I heard it sound off in the background. There is a Happy Gilmore reference in there for things you dislike if you want to sound off on that.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well anyways, it's also been brought to my attention. So the way it works, so my understanding of it, so for those of you in Recon's stream, so I think the way it works is that, like, we don't, like, when you get invited onto somebody else's stream, we don't what's the word? You don't like, I don't stream, like, it would be Recon streaming, and I'm kind of streaming through his stream, right? So that's why you don't get the notification in our Discord. So you know, when it's my turn and then he comes on, and you know, and we organize something like that, then it would be on our end, and then it wouldn't come up for him. So we're still learning. It's still a learning experience for those of you out there. So yeah.
I do have a cat fact real quick before I forget, because I keep putting the book down, and I'm like, wait, no, I can't do that. So we're on page 27, by the way. The chemical compound responsible for this effect is a word I can't pronounce, nepetalactone, which is found in the leaves and stems of plants, in reference to catnip. That's some of these build off of each other. So
Oh, I see.
that's your
Okay.
cat fact for that one.
Well, you know what? I didn't know that. I didn't know. I learned something today.
Now, take it with a grain of salt. These may or may not be true. It says 101 strange but true cat facts, but our resident cat expert has called cap on several of these already.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was like a $5 book off of Amazon. I expected nothing from it, but hey,
Well, I
it's
mean,
brought us a lot of joy. So
yeah, it works. It works as long as it works. It's good. It's good.
we
Okay, so Recon, you're gonna have to forgive me a little bit. So I'm joining your game, right? Is that what's happening?
Yep, feel free.
Okay.
I sent you an invite, which if you didn't get it, I can send another one, or you should be able to go to socials and just join off of me.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, socials. That's what it's been. It's been a little while since I played. Okay, so there you are. I see you. I see you. Okay, so join group. Okay.
You have been promoted to
Okay, there we
group
go.
leader.
Yeah, so it's been a little while since I played, so you'll have to forgive me, Recon. And I also would like to know. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? B, is that you? Is that you, B?
And we have an additional. We've got B the Tree joining us as well. Welcome, B.
Oh my goodness. Hi, B. How are you? Okay, that's fine. She doesn't have to talk to me. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's sometimes you want to be the strong silent type. Sometimes that's okay. That's all right.
So
Okay.
it's okay if you haven't played in a while because there's actually a lot of new stuff that's happening. So we started a brand new season about 3 weeks ago.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff changing up story wise. There's not a whole lot happening. We're not worried about the story here.
Right.
What we do need to know is that there are 2 events happening right now, which we're going to be playing around with. So this is going to be a lot of words. So I'm going to try to summarize it as best I can. So the Rage Harvest is the special event that's happening right now to accompany Dead by Daylight. And so the way that this works, and you'll know the marker when you see it because it is very obvious. The enemies are going to have this big green marker on them, and that's basically like an overshield, overheal kind of thing. So they take more damage, but if you do damage to them, it builds up your rage meter because you're Oni. And then you get to use that rage meter to give you more damage, faster fire rate, better handling, like just increased DPS. There's also a small support that goes along with this. Every few minutes, it procs. It's called the Guardian Angel Protocol, to where if you drop your armor to 0 because you're going to be playing really aggressive with all this, you actually become immune to damage and gain increased movement speed for a few seconds. So like if you run out and you just absolutely pelt it with bullets, that should trigger and allow you to get back into cover without dying.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
On top of that, there's challenges to go with that as well. I've worked on a few of them today because I wanted to get the full Oni outfit just to see.
Okay.
And so those challenges are a handful of different things. Like it's just as easy as limiting hostiles while rage is active. So just having the rage meter built, applying bleed to enemies, which you can do that through skills. B's favorite skill is the Stinger Hive, and that applies bleed. You can use the Seeker Mine, which explodes. And I think there's like a shrapnel trap or something that no one uses because it's the lesser version of the Hive. And then from there, it's just doing some of these other things. A lot of them will just happen as you play. And then, unfortunately, they don't give you all 4 days worth at once. You kind of have to temper your play style and not shotgun all of it in a single play.
Right.
So more will unlock as we go. And so once you complete all those and get enough stars, you get this mask, which is it's part of the Dead by Daylight event, but not themed after Dead by Daylight. It's kind of close. It's like the hunter version of a mask that they kind of wanted to style after Dead by Daylight.
Right. Yeah, that's a trapper mask, it looks like.
The big draw from this event is this event pass, which it's I think it's $10 if you want to buy it, but all of their event passes, you still get free items as long as you play. You don't have to pay for it if you don't want to, but you can still get some free stuff. So like right now, the paid version will contain the pieces of gear for Oni, but then if you just want the free items, you can even just get the stuff for Slinger. And then I'm gonna throw out a warning here for Be the Tree. Be the Tree, you're gonna want to look away for a few seconds. You can also get the Huntress stuff along with the trapper shirt, and one of the items that you can get for Huntress is letting out the dogs. Grippers on full display for some reason.
We're letting the dogs out. We're letting the dogs out. So wait a minute. So how do I get them? So because I know you have to work towards it. So it's so this is just basically we're just meeting like objectives in order to get like the mask and all that kind of stuff. Unless I want to buy the pass.
Yeah, so you basically earn it by playing the game. And so the way that this works is you accumulate points through doing like different objectives. So
Right.
for instance, let's see, it all goes off of season pass experience.
Right.
So you also fill out the season pass as well, which gives you free items. So you're running two things in parallel and earning double rewards essentially.
Right.
And the easiest way to get season pass experience is working on these journeys, which are just small sub objectives. And so I think like the first few, we might not be able to do some of them because of the rage mode that's going on, but some of them should still count towards it, and then that'll give you season pass experience.
Okay.
On top of that, there's just stuff that you can do in general. So like projects right now, the ones that are weeklies, like the weekly requisitions, summit, rampage, and capital steps will give you 1,000 experience, season pass experience, and event experience to go along with that. That progresses it big time. Right. Or you can even just play the game and do things like bounties. Bounties give you 200 something experience just for completing them. You can do those in like a couple of minutes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm ready when you are. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Oh, don't worry, it will. It's the game's real easy to pick up. So I think what we'll do is we'll target one of the weekly goals that's pretty simple, but still gives us a good amount of stuff to do. So we're going to do this weekly project called the Capital Steps. All three of us should have that. And so basically this is going to be really simple objectives in the overworld and then just doing some missions. And so we'll tackle those as we go, accumulate experience from that, but then also at the end get that 1,000 season pass experience payout as along with it.
Okay, I'm following your lead. You let me know how you want to do this.
Sure. I'm going to track on screen so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. So we're going to head over to the East Mall first, and we're going to be doing a handful of just overworld type things. Let's see. Okay, East Mall is this section here. So
okay, hold on. I'm just going to just close my camera. Just give me a quick sec here. Sorry, go ahead.
Here. So we'll start on this location, and then we'll essentially just work our way east.
Right.
And we'll come across a bunch of overworld activities that we can knock out as we go.
Okay. Okay, wait, where did you guys go? Oh.
Yeah, so down towards the center south of the map, be able to see us.
Okay.
Where the blue circles, I think we're covered up by the purple door. Hold on, let me move out a little bit. You can actually fast travel straight to us if you hover over the blue circle.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Where are we? There you are. Oh my god. Okay. Fast travel, right? There we go.
And so also, don't worry too much. We technically don't have a healer. However, there's this new gun that came out that actually does healing to your teammates as you do damage, which is what I'm running.
Wait, who's shooting us? Who is that?
That's actually a loot goblin. So we all just got a bunch of free gear.
Oh, nice. Okay. He was looking at me, and I was like, "Why are you looking at me, sir?" Oh. You're looking at me, and then he just pointed his gun, and I was like, "Okay, wait a minute."
I need to be checked on my facts here real quick. So there's no backpack that goes with the Oni stuff. And I was like, man, what if Oni wore a backpack, what would it be? And then I thought, isn't there a skin in Dead by Daylight where he's is he a bear or a wolf? And then there's a cat that comes with him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And so now my Oni has a cat and a backpack to go with it, with the Oni skin.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Let's see, we'll take out this propaganda broadcast real quick.
All right, let's do it.
And so you can kind of see all of them have that that like green partial circle around them. That's going to be their essentially their overshield and their extra health. And you
I see.
just shoot them and they'll die. The best part about this event is you can actually see them through walls, so it makes it easier to find people.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool. There you go. I absolutely love this Bullet King.
It's the best light machine gun.
It's the best. It's so good. It's so good. Now that I know that there are loot goblins about, I'm just gonna shoot everything for a long time.
Hold down the trigger and don't let up. That's the only rule about the Bullet King.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't seem to be hitting this person. Okay.
Progress halted.
So these ones are pretty simple. It's just waves of enemies coming at you. One of them eventually drops a key, which I went and grabbed, and then you put it into the device, and then it just keeps going.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Since I have other people here to help me, all can do your damage while I take a look over at chat real quick. Because I'm sorry, I've been ignoring chat because I forgot that that was happening. I was so excited by everything that we're doing.
No, it's exciting. But you got to focus on your chat. You got to focus on your chat.
Do this so we can still watch. Let me pull it up on my phone. Oh, right, yes. I'm not slouching, I promise. I'm not currently shrimped. Let's see. Where is the app on my phone? Because the unfortunate side is if I want to check chat in this game, I actually have to hit escape, which takes away the video, and that's no fun.
Oh, really? I thought you can just do it on windowed. It doesn't work for you?
But for my mouse to work, because I have controller plugged in, I move my mouse and it defaults to mouse, and then it starts moving my character around. So I hit escape, and then that lets me move my mouse freely.
Right.
Screen
Okay.
Manager. Here we
No,
go. I
that's
think
fair.
that'll give me chat. There we go. Also, yes, thank you for everyone who joined from both of our communities. Greatly appreciate you being here and coming to hang out with us tonight. Thank you especially to everyone involved, because this is a different night for the Swift Kit community, I believe. And then it's a later time for us over in Recon Land. So
well, I do appreciate that on your end too, right? I know that it's a nice compromise, so it's not a problem at all. Yeah, thank you very much to everyone who did that. Really do appreciate that.
we'll go take out this one here. All right, and then while we run, let's see. So I saw a lot of familiar names in the chat. Some of you may know me over from Swift Stream. I usually chime in with some really weird stuff to say, so thank you for joining. I promise I'm not as weird as I normally am. That's a lie. I'm always weird.
Well, this is their chance to get to know you, right? That's the whole idea, right?
Yeah. This is where I get to meet some new people and talk some fun with a lot of people. Like, I think I saw Kohan in there somewhere. So thank you, Kohan, for joining us. I think I also saw Amy out there, which, shout out to Amy. Glad that you can make it tonight. Hope you're doing well and everything's going good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ryder, B the Tree, Mr. Thumb. LJP, of course. You know what I realized, too? I thought this was kind of funny. I was setting up who could be a moderator for this. And because I guess I'm hosting, it has to be my mods. So
Yeah.
Rui was picked, and I thought, man, LJP's either going to really enjoy the night off, or LJP's going to be real mad that Rui's in charge.
Uh-oh.
I haven't seen Rui yet, but he's busy doing some stuff, important stuff tonight, so if he can stop by, it's greatly appreciated, but if not, we definitely understand. We love him either way.
Hmm.
Did I just see? So I'm trying to understand this comment that we got from Kohan about Swift is, and I think I know what the answer is, but I want to clarify. Is the Swift is in regards to the feat, or to the Ubisoft is smart, and then saying Swift is also smart? I'm not judging. I just want to clarify. Oh, it wasn't to either of those things. The Swift is slouching.
Oh, am I slouching? Why? Hey, you know what? I have impeccable posture, sir. I have impeccable posture. What? Yeah.
The nice thing
what are we
is,
talking about here?
I put that notification in as a joke, and I was like, actually, that's kind of funny. So, whenever I'm not standing or running on the treadmill, you know, I get those reminders to get out of goblin mode and actually sit straight up.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see if we can take out this control point. And I think, we gotta do 5 of these. Okay, this will be number 3 out of 5. This one's gonna be a little more difficult. This is basically like a mini base assault kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Never gonna let up on this trigger.
Number 1 rule.
Yeah.
Always fire. Remember, it's the rules of the division. ABF, always be firing.
Right. Okay. It helps when you have a bullet king. That's, you know.
It's the only gun like its kind in this game.
Yeah.
It's actually so much fun. It's so. There is I think last time we tried playing this with Haunted, we did the descent mode, and we ran into some issues there. There is actually options in descent that you can pick to put the Bullet King effect on any gun that you're holding.
No.
And so that's on a rotation, so it shows up every few weeks, and it's the most fun that I've ever had playing this game because I've got a light machine gun with bullet hell on it, so just consistently firing. I've got a pistol that's consistently firing, no reload.
Right.
And then if I've got like whatever my other weapon is, I need to get out of there. Angry at me.
There we go. What's the craziest gun that you could put that mod on for the bullet? Like, what's the craziest gun?
There's 2 answers to this.
Okay.
Because both of them are hilarious. Both of them are hilarious. Both of them are bad. But it's a huge toss up. So there's this gun called the Slayer.
Yeah.
But it's not spelt the way you think it is. Slay as in Santa's sleigh. And so it's a gold-plated, diamond-encrusted Tommy gun that fires snowballs.
Okay.
So that's the first answer. It's funny too because both answers are related to the Christmas theme. The second one is called the Bell Ringer. And the Bell Ringer is a light machine gun that when you fire it, it plays sleigh bells.
Oh, see, okay.
And so I'm unsure if infinite snowballs is the best or the infinite ringing of sleigh bells. It's a toss-up. It's a tie between the 2.
Okay, no, that's fair. I don't know. If I had to choose between those 2, I'd probably go with the snowballs. I'd probably go with the snowballs. I think that. I mean, it's both fun and lethal at the same time. I think maybe.
It has a really great effect too.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'll see now. Okay. After this, we'll.
Oh my god.
We'll head over to a cache location, and I'll break out the Bell Ringer and the Slayer so we can take a look at them.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to see that.
They won't have bullet hell on them, but they're still funny.
No, right.
There's I don't think bullet hell would necessarily make this gun better, but in the same lieu of like weird event guns, there is the water gun as well.
Oh my god, okay.
I don't remember if you have to reload that or not, but just infinite water stream without having to reload, also fantastic. You could power wash all of DC with it.
And these guns they're all lethal, right? They're supposed to be lethal.
2 of them are, yes. The water gun actually it heals your teammates. Or no.
Oh, I see.
I think it provides hazard. It does something that's not even worth it, but it's still hilarious.
Okay. Oh my god. There we go.
This is the first time that I think I've actually used this gun with a team. So normally the healing is just straight applied to me,
Right.
and it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah,
know how it's
no,
working
go
with
ahead.
the rest of everybody.
Well, I'm fully healed now. I mean, I think I went down once already.
What? Why am I seeing LJP saying feet, yes, feet? Do we? So again, not you know, shaming or anything. If you like feet, that's perfectly fine. I mean, I'm really good friends with Be the Tree, who likes feet.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That is a thing, isn't it? Yeah, B, could you tell us more about it? I'm curious.
No.
Okay, B. I believe you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, no shame here. No shame.
No shame.
It's okay. LJP doesn't believe it. We got a non-believer out here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on. My frames keep dropping to 40 for some reason, which is not normal for me in this game. This game is... here's the other thing. And every time I'm reminded of this, I just think, wow, that's wild. This game came out in 2019, so it's going on 7 years so far, I think.
Right.
And it's... the Division franchise has outlived the Destiny franchise, which is so wild to me.
Yeah, have you played Destiny? I mean, I've never played Destiny. I've never played it. I hear so many interesting things about it, but I've never played it.
I thoroughly enjoy the Destiny franchise before Destiny 2 came along.
Interesting. Okay.
Like,
and so is Destiny 2 supposed to be better than the first one, or like
you always hope that the sequel is going to perform better and do better. It was a hot mess.
Right.
So the first one, in my opinion, perfect. It's the amount of time I spent playing Destiny 1. There's a website specifically created to track your playtime in Destiny 1, and it is sickening the amount of time I spent playing it.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
I got to play the alpha, the beta, and then, of course, at launch, all the DLCs.
Right.
And it's one of the funniest things for me because it's also, in my most recent memory, the one game that has made me angry enough to rage quit in the last probably 20 years.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's a somewhat funny story. So Rui and I we played with a bunch of friends. We had a group of 6 because Raid Finder wasn't a thing back then. If you wanted to do a raid, you actually had to go and gather your own people to do it. Oh, we finished activities in the east, so let's head to Southwest now, so we can just continue our momentum. So we'll go down this way. And so it was the King's Fall raid. It was brand new. We were all figuring it out. I think I'd played through it maybe once or twice, and maybe it was the hard mode. They released the like hard extreme mode or whatever it was, the more challenging mode.
Yeah.
And so we were playing it, and I've religiously played the Hunter class because the Hunter class was just so much fun. Love the aesthetic, the gear, weapons, and all that. And the Hunter class is the best class for jumping. So jumping puzzles, I thought, man, this will be great. I hate jumping puzzles, but I have the class that could probably do it easily. There's a jumping puzzle in the final fight where everybody has to grab something and then jump up on this like really high pillar, or you wipe and you have to start over.
Oh, wow.
And for some reason, I still to this day can't figure it out. All of my friends couldn't figure it out, but there was just something in that pillar that we had to jump on that every time I would jump it, I would clip and just bounce off into infinity and miss it.
Really? Is there, but you've never beaten it, or you've never managed to beat it at all, or?
So I finished the regular version of it with that same group, But the hard version, after that, like, I gave up. Like, in the middle of the raid.
Oh my god.
I remember Rui's so great because he reminds me of his perspective from it. Everyone's laughing except me. I'm losing it, like silently raging in the background. Completely
Everyone's
silent
having a
over the
good time
mic.
except me, yeah.
Yep. And so like the last time that it happens, it was probably 5 or 6 times in. I just remember I go, "Are you kidding me?" And I throw my headset off. And then I turn off my PlayStation. And everyone was like, "Hey, are you coming back?" And I was like, "No, I'm done."
I'm never coming back. That's it.
That was it.
Yeah.
I never went back to the hard mode of King's Fall. Never again. Meanwhile, on the week, so they had a weekly objective for that game, which was called Nightfall, and it's a 3-person squad goes in, and they do like what's considered the hardest content in Destiny at the time.
Right.
And I used to do that stuff solo by myself. But for some reason, the King's Fall raid, that one pillar, my class that specializes in jumping even had a triple jump. Couldn't do it. Couldn't figure it out. No idea why or how.
Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of odd when I don't know how far back you are when you're like playing video games, but I remember. I mean, maybe I'm just dating myself, but I remember when I was a kid. You know, I don't know if you've ever had these video games where you would play them and you could never beat them. You know, like the infamous like Lion King or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the NES. But sometimes you would go back when you're a little bit older, you're a little bit more savvy, seasoned, and then you go back to play those games and you realize how easy those games are. Like the levels are so short. And so sometimes I'm just I do that and I'm like, oh yeah, this is actually pretty easy. And one of those games for me was Super Mario Brothers 3. I don't know if you've played it or if anyone out there has ever played it, but I mean I guess you've all had to play it at some point, right? But it was like that when I was playing Super Mario Brothers 3. I purposely didn't use the flutes at all. Right, because I wanted to like challenge myself with that game, and I just couldn't beat it. And it wasn't until like a few years later where I actually managed to beat it. So I don't know if you've ever had any of those like games where you like revisit it years later.
Yeah, for me, it was it's actually funny enough, Lion King on the Super Nintendo.
Right. Yeah.
But I went back to it again at one point because I think I had access to it somehow, and I remember trying to play it. Still couldn't do it. I was like, "There's no way." For me, it was the no checkpoints. If you died, game over, start over. Like that for me was like, ooh. I don't know why as a kid I played that game. I do know. It was The Lion King. I'm a huge fan of. That was Lion King and Toy Story were, and dating myself. Those were the Disney movies on VHS when I was younger.
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
That so much so that every time I go to visit my parents in their guest bedroom where I put my clothes while I'm there, I look up into the closet, and there they are sitting. Lion King, Aladdin, Toy Story, I think 1 and 2, all on VHS, just sitting on the top shelf.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Those were. I mean, yeah. Those were. I don't know. Maybe it's just a hot take, but I do like. I guess I do like classic. Well, I don't want to say classic because when we were young, it was new. But there was an entire era. I think they called it the Disney Renaissance, where you had all of these hand drawn Disney movies. So as you were saying, Aladdin, Lion King, Spirits of the Cimarron, I think was the other one. There was like a few of them, right, in the '90s that were really good. And obviously that's like, I think that those were like my favorite Disney movies. I don't know if anyone out there has. Feels the same way, but maybe it's a hot take. I don't know. I like the older, like 1995 Lion King. I think it's the superior Lion King.
Late 90s, early 2000s was like, or late 90s, 2000, early 2000s.
Yeah.
All for like Disney animation was fantastic.
Yeah. Right.
And I just saw what Mr. Thumb said. So. Going back to my wonderful love of jumping and puzzles. So there's this infamous jumping puzzle in Final Fantasy XIV in one of the cities. It's called the Kugane jumping puzzle. I don't think I've ever beaten it. because I knew. I looked at it and I went, not even gonna try.
Right.
But I watch other people do it, and then to make it even harder, at the end, there is a point where if you jump just right, you can land on a light post, and that's like the pinnacle of completing the jump puzzle. Is jumping down and doing that. I'm never in a million years gonna do it, and so so if Recon goes back after beating the Kugane jumping puzzle, he will be so good at it. Oh wait, Destiny 1 is gone forever. Here's the funny thing. I would never be good at doing that jumping puzzle in King's Fall, or King's whatever. The King's Fall raid. I would also never beat Kugane Castle. And Destiny 1, surprisingly, is still running. Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 servers are still up.
Really? Okay.
They're just not making content for Destiny 2 anymore. And they don't make content for Destiny 1 because Destiny 2 came out. Oh, we just got rogue agents have joined us. So be careful, there are 4 very deadly NPCs outside. They can and will snipe you if you're not careful.
Hostile assault turret detected.
Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the brunt of this. Okay.
Hostile enter mine detected.
There we go. That works. There we go. Nice.
Oh, I'm about to get shot with that sniper turret.
Hostile airburst seeker mine detected.
I did see, like, I gave up on Destiny 1 way back when because Destiny 2 came out. I was like, all right, whatever, it's not worth going back to. But after feeling so let down by Destiny 2, and then seeing that Destiny 1 servers are still up, I'm contemplating going back and playing it. I owned it on PS4. So I see. Know if I can play it on PS5, but I may just bite the bullet and buy it for PC.
Okay. Well, it should be cheap now, I think. Shouldn't it? Like, I would think that it's cheap now. Yeah.
Because I will admit, Destiny 1 was, I'm not going to say a perfect game, but it was a really good, not open world game, but like, it's weird because it's not an MMO.
Right.
But it's still a looter shooter, so same thing as Division, just with the Bungie Halo sci-fi aesthetic, because 343 took over Halo after Microsoft told Bungie to take a hike.
Supply room access.
Oh, wow.
And so it later ended up coming out that Destiny was actually what Bungie wanted Halo Reach to be.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
And so because the Halo franchise was being guided by Microsoft at the time, they couldn't really do the full creative liberties that they wanted.
Right.
I'm going to throw out a disclaimer here. This is what I remember, whether this is true or not. Couldn't tell you. But yeah, I remember seeing something like that. And it makes total sense, because if you look at Reach and then you look at Destiny, like the armors and the customizations just look so similar. And then the gameplay felt incredibly similar as well.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And like Destiny 1 for a looter shooter, or for like, if you didn't play MMOs, so like you didn't play World of Warcraft, you didn't play Final Fantasy 14, RuneScape, or whatever, this is like, Destiny 1 was a really good MMO-esque game, like introduction, because it was also on consoles, which, Defiance aside, which Defiance is a whole other thing. Right. It was the first successful game of its type on console. It minus Phantasy Star Online, which I think was on the PS2 way back when, but that was really big in Japan, not really big in the States.
Right. As is usually the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so my memory of Destiny, it's because, I'd played Fallout 4, right? Fallout 4 was just king for me. I absolutely loved it. But then when I finished Fallout 4, it was they had come out with Destiny, but at that point I think I had already moved on. Like, I already just been like, okay, I'm into another game, and I don't want to do anything new. But Destiny just seemed like the new big thing. So unfortunately I never got a chance to play it, but I did see a lot of really cool stories about it, So I don't know. Maybe I should have picked it up when I had the chance, but
It is, if you come across it super cheap and the servers are still up, like base game Destiny 1 was, it was so much fun for me. It was,
right.
I was also working at a gaming store at the time, and so like there was this huge, like there was all this hype around it, and that was like the first game that I remember, like a game that I had never heard of from a company that I was like, okay, whatever. Like I played Reach and it was okay. I enjoyed it.
Right.
Played a lot of it. It was really the only Halo game I played. But then
Right.
Destiny came out, and like there was all this hype behind it, and my friends and I were like, oh, this looks so good. And then we all got access to the alpha testing of it, which was
Oh wow.
the opening area for the game. And like there was just something about the way that the game started where like it pans in from this from the sky down to this junkyard, and then Peter Dinklage as the ghost comes down and says, oh, there you are, or something like that, and then revives you. And it's like, okay, that's actually kind of cool looking. And then
Okay,
you
that's
start
interesting.
exploring this area that's like futuristic, post-apocalyptic, like I think it was modeled after like Russia or something at the time,
Okay.
like this cosmodrome area. And then you find these aliens and you start fighting. You learn that like it's not just a game with guns. You've got these abilities, like the hunter gets a throwing knife that you throw it and you hit them in the head and they explode in a fiery blast. Like it has such really nice, unique concepts to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of odd when you have when video games do that for you, you know? Like you have like you start a new video game and it just has this really crazy way of being able to draw you in, you know? And those interests like become so iconic, you know, that they introduce these new concepts in. It's like so I'll give you an example. So like when I first played Fallout 3, it was probably the first time I had ever heard an actor actually do video games. So for those of you who don't know, right? So I don't know if you guys have heard of the Fallout 3 speech, right? So war never changes, like that whole thing. That's Ron Perlman. And so I remember that introduction. I was like, yo, dude, that's Hellboy. That's Hellboy. So yeah, no, it's sometimes you get those you get these really crazy introductions that kind of stay with you, and that speech never went away, right? Because even Fallout 4 has that speech at the beginning as well. So
We do have a question from LJP.
oh my goodness.
How old are you guys? And I'll start with the answer. Unfortunately, my age is a government secret and I cannot reveal it, but you can assume I am several hundred years old.
we have B saying the answer is old. The answer is old. How old? So how old am I? I'm 18 years old. 19. No, 18? 19. I'm 19. I'm 19. That's more believable than 18. That's how old I am.
My friends and I, way back when in the Call of Duty days, we had this insult that only made sense to us, I guess, because it was an inside joke. And the joke was always, if you're not 18, you're 12. Because let's be real, no age really matters until you turn 18.
That's true. Yeah.
When you become an adult. So if you're not an adult, you're obviously a 12-year-old child.
You might as well be. Like you might as well be. Yeah.
Let's see. Swift, when did Dead by Daylight take over your life?
When did it take over my life? So when I bought the game, so I've had the game since since the beginning, since 2016. But I bought it in November, and the game came out at around June, right? So I just started being completely enthralled by it, like literally from the beginning. But the issue with me whenever I play video games is that something always comes up and then I just stop playing. So for those of you who play Dead by Daylight, I played until the Spirit came out, and then I stopped playing. Right? So I didn't play for about maybe a year or so. Like it was a long time since I was away. And then after that, I came back when. So yeah, I left when it was the Spirit. Like the Spirit had just been introduced, and then I came back with the Dredge. I came back when the Dredge was the new killer, right? It was the Dredge and Hattie. and then I played that for a few years, and then I went off to and then I went off to law school, right? So that was 2001, 2021. Um, and then I came back, and then I started playing again, and that's when all of these like crazy killers had come out since I was gone, right? I was gone for like 2 years. I was living in England for 2 years, and yeah, that what they introduced the Cenobite. They had Oh my god, they had all of like I was just like, what is going on here? Like I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. The Death Slinger was another one that I was like I had to get used to. I was like, oh my god, he's firing a rifle. He has guns. They have guns in this game. So yeah, so I was like, yeah. So I've always been in it, and I've always played it like every single day that I had the opportunity when I was playing it. But there were always gaps where I actually had to relearn the game, because one of the biggest not problems, but one of the biggest things with Dead by Daylight is that every time there's a new killer, you have to have a new meta. You have to have a new there's a new way to play, you know? So, so if you look at what's going on with the slasher now, right? What's the meta for survivors? It's urban evasion, calm spirit, crouching, where you got to crouch all the time now, right? So yeah, but yeah, I've always been like I've always had like what's the word, where I've just been really really enthralled with it, and then I had to stop for a little while, and then you become really really enthralled with it, and then you stop for a little while. So I guess now that I'm streaming it, I'm enthralled by it now, right? So I don't know if that answers the question. It's a very long-winded answer, but hopefully that gives you something to gives you something.
I had an incredibly similar experience with Division 2.
Right.
So, Division 2 came out March of 2018, I think it was.
Right.
No, March of it's either March of 2018, 2019. Like before, I think it was 18, because it was before COVID hit. And COVID's technically in 18, but they call it 19 for some reason or whatever.
Right.
And so the game came out, and like you look at the Division 1 had been out for years prior. And then COVID happens with the sickness and everything shutting down, and like the Division was just like, boy, this is a little depressing how real this feels now. And like a lot of game studios, the Division is made by Massive Entertainment, part of Ubisoft. And Ubisoft has such a wide portfolio. The Division was suffering because it got hit with, the shutdowns and a lot of stuff that was happening. And so there was, the first year happened, there was a decent amount of content, and then there was just a drought all through COVID. I stuck with it through COVID, and it eventually got to a point where the developers actually came out and they said like, hey guys, we're so sorry, but we don't have content for you. Everyone gets this season for free, the track for free, and all this stuff. Just, it's going to keep going for a little bit. And I remember I saw that and I was like, that's actually, okay, I understand. And that's pretty cool that they're giving it for free to everybody. But then it kept going for a little bit. I was like, okay. And kind of, I moved on to something else. And then I don't remember what it was, but one day I was just like, hey, boot up Division 2. And I've been playing it pretty much once a week to 2 to 3 times a week for the last, like, I don't know, 3-4 years at this point.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess people have that like one game that they stick with, It's not to say that like it defines your identity or whatever, but it's like everyone has that one game, So yeah, no, it's interesting that it's the Division 2, because for me, like, I'm kind of just a passenger when it comes to other games, right? So the Division 2 is probably one of those games. Like I play the Division 2, and I played it with you. I played with Haunted, with Rui and all of it, and now B, of course, right? so but I'm more of a passenger than somebody who's just like, yeah, I play it all the time, But the thing with the Division, see, this is the one thing that I liked about the Division, because when I first played it way back when, so this is the first one, right? The first Division, I don't know if and it's probably just me, okay? So this is just more of a personal experience, but the Division 1, for me, just felt like a one-of-a-kind game when it came out. Like the concept of having to go into this, like, this dark area, a dark zone, and then to stave off enemies while you're trying to take stuff, Like I thought that concept was really novel to me. Like I thought that was a really cool concept. So so I don't know. I get that when I started going into the Division 2, and it's a very similar concept in that way. I played it as well, right? So, yeah.
I hate to segue away from this because I have so much to say about the Division 1, but
Yeah.
Kohan the Barbarian giving you a cheer for the Hellboy, which I have a fun fact about that one as well.
Oh, nice.
Rod Perlman did an interview not too long ago where he said that the war never changes thing. They gave him $40 in a sandwich. And he was okay with that. And then he just came back for it. And
that's crazy, dude.
We have a Swift joke redeemed for Rui.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here, let me
Yeah, we gotta
give
the man what he wants because he showed up today. He's been, from what I hear, he's been a very good husband today. So he deserves a little bit of thanks.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about what's going on. I hope. Yeah. Anyways, I hope things are going well with you, Rui. I know it's I know there's a lot going on. So I won't. We'll let you tell us what that is, but I'll tell you your joke here. Give me a sec here. Okay. Here, let me see. I gotta find a joke here. Okay, here we go. You ready? Here's some advice. You guys want some advice? I got some advice here. Sincerity is everything. Did you guys know that? Sincerity is everything. If you can fake that, you've got it made.
You suck. Yeah.
That's I don't know. That's some advice for all of you out there. I don't know. This, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I consider myself to be sincere, right? I consider myself to be sincere. Anyways, that's for you, Rui. Thank you for. Well, actually, I shouldn't be thanking you. This is not my stream. This is your stream. So
yes,
thank you.
Thank you for the joke. I appreciate it, and thank you, Rui, for the redeem, which takes us into our next one as well. We've got a cat fact.
A cat
If
fact.
cats come in contact with Nepeta catarrhea catnip, they may exhibit strange behaviors such as rubbing, rolling, licking, or chewing on the plant, and some may even meow or purr. I too do that when I am taking the drugs, apparently. Prescribed drugs. We don't do non-prescribed drugs.
I have to find out where you get this type of I got to figure out where you get this type of catnip. Because I used to use catnip. I don't use catnip anymore. Right when Moneypenny was still with us, she was all right with catnip. Like she wouldn't go crazy as you see in those like TikToks or whatever and on the Instagram reels. And then I tried using it with this one over here, and she doesn't really react to it. She's just look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Oh, okay.
So, for just in case there's people in chat who don't know, who is that in the cat tree?
Oh, this is Assistant District Attorney Claire Kincaid of the Manhattan Borough. Get up, you're on. Come on. It's Kincaid for short. But there you go. Look at this. Look at that. Get up. Up. Come on. There you go. Okay. Anyway, there you go. That's Kincaid.
Let's see. So we're gonna run into this mission real quick, and I'm gonna let you guys take point on this because I'm gonna get us caught up on chat. So,
do it up.
Follow the objectives. If you guys die, don't worry, I'll come revive you.
Yeah. Okay.
That seemed a little quicker than it was supposed to be for another Swift joke.
Did one get redeemed?
There was another one redeemed. So let me.
Oh my goodness.
Go back and check the redeem timer on that.
Okay, all good.
Rui, do your mod powers allow you to ignore the timer before I go back and I work on this? Because I think mine lets me ignore it. Here we go. All right. We're gonna change. We're gonna put a little bit more of a buffer on that for us.
Oh.
Apologies for those of you watching my super choppy screen. Whenever I navigate away, it limits my frame rate.
Oh, I see.
So let's see. So we do have another joke. Once.
Oh, we done the joke. Okay, I'll give. Okay.
Don't worry.
So
Go find cover. I got this.
Okay. Here, let's There we go. We're gonna hide here. we're tag teaming. This is a tag team, guys. Okay. Are you? I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know. Did I ever tell you what I'm a fan of? I'm not a great fan of sexual innuendos. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not a great fan of sexual innuendos, but occasionally I try to slip one in.
This isn't 18 plus.
Well, I don't know what you're thinking, but this is but it's slip in is really just, when you're trying to get it in, right? You know, isn't that what you're trying to do, right? Well, I hope you guys were in the mood for that. Okay, that's what I'm hoping.
That was actually fantastic. That was
Digging yourself a little bit of a hole here.
that I should be putting myself in. I don't understand, B.
Let's see. We do have a question for you, Swift.
Oh my goodness.
Going back because I'm doing terrible at keeping up with this. What
That's
game
fine.
did you play in England?
Oh, when I was in England.
Mm-hmm.
So I got back into, actually, funny enough, I actually got back into GTA 5 when I was in England. And the reason why I got back into it, and I have no idea why this is a thing. Okay, I have no idea why this is a thing, but in England, GTA 5 apparently is incredibly popular. It was incredibly popular. So I wasn't playing it on the story mode. I was playing it with some university friends. And we were always playing the mission. So we were always playing like cops and robbers. We were always playing. So it was always like a cooperative affair. But yeah, it's unbelievably popular in England. And I don't know why. I don't know why. The other thing I should probably say to you. So this was actually a really funny thing. A lot of the friends that I played with when I was living in England, they would always crash head on into cars, because you have to remember that GTA 5 takes place in the US, but in the UK they drive on the other side of the road, right? So they always had to remind themselves, like, oh right, that's right, this is not how we drive here. We drive they drive on the other side of the road. So they would always get into car accidents in the game. So it was always funny to listen to them remind themselves, like, oh right, we don't drive on this side of the road, So anyway, but it was GTA 5. I played GTA 5 when I was a lot of GTA 5. Another game that I oddly got into just for a little bit. I had this Norwegian friend that I lived with. I met him in my first year, and he got me into a game called Alien. Was it Alien Elite? Was it? It's like a co-op. It's like a Helldivers kind of thing but for in the Alien franchise. I think that's what it's called. It's called Alien Elite. So that was the other game that I was into. I only played it for a little while, for as long as I was there. I came back to Canada, and that was the end of it. I stopped playing it, and then I got back into Dead by Daylight. So, but yeah, that was the game those were the two games that I played the most when I was in England. Those are the two games I played the most when I was in England. But yeah. Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Air Thumb, comparing me to the main who should have been the main character in Final Fantasy VII, Vincent Valentine. Best character ever out of Final Fantasy. I will die on this hill. Thank you, appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, this is a question for Rui. I thought you didn't play Dead by Daylight anymore.
Is Rui playing Dead by Daylight? Say it ain't so.
He came in.
Say it ain't
he came
so.
in asking if we were talking about DBD, and he was asked if he still plays it or not.
Rui, do you still play it? Do you still play it, Rui?
A Bubba with an all-pallet chewer build has been a godsend and a salt mine for survivors. It sounds a very toxic build, and I don't play Dead by Daylight in the normal modes. So
Right.
I will advocate for the salty builds. I'm not a normal Dead by Daylight player, so that's the opinion I'm allowed to have, right?
No, it's fine. No, but you know what? You know what? There are people I know. If you look at the Steam charts, right, a lot of the time, it's like if you look at like the 2v8, for example, like if you look at the Steam charts, the 2v8 often has the peak, right? Because everybody installs the game when they do 2v8, and then when the 2v8 is over, they uninstall the game. And that's the thing, right? The thing is that they made, at least in my opinion. We don't have to go into Dead by Daylight too much, but
definitely. It's a Dead by Daylight Division crossover.
Okay, no, that's fair. So, and a lot of people have been saying that that they want it permanent. They want a permanent mode, right? And so the reason why I don't think they should have a permanent mode, or they shouldn't make the 2v8 permanent, is because Now, this is actually a good problem to have. Okay, so I'll just say that because I absolutely love the 2v8, but the reason why they don't want to put it permanent or why it shouldn't be permanent is because everybody would play it, right? They would lose their entire player base playing the 2v8, you know? And the problem is that they created something that was better than the 1v4, which is the traditional vanilla Dead by Daylight, you know? So, yeah.
It's actually a problem that so Marathon, which a game that has a death grip on me right now and is the most toxic relationship I've had with a video game probably ever in my life.
Yeah.
Is running into the same problem where they keep introducing these new fun modes, but their player count right now is so low that they're like, man, we can't be doing this because we're splitting our lobbies and our player base. Like,
right.
And meanwhile, I'm here like, I don't care. Put me in a lobby with 3 other people who only want to play this mode. I'll do it.
Right.
A ton of fun.
Yeah, I've been looking at Marathon. Is that like how do you feel about that game? Because I've been hearing a lot of like mixed stuff about it.
I am so torn with Marathon. A friend of mine bought it for me so that we could play it together, and it's like the only game we play now because it's the only time we
Hair Thumb says so too. V8 is Dead by Daylight's MC Rib.
Dead by Daylight is the McRib. Dead by Daylight 2v8 is the McRib. That caught me off guard. That was great.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm seeing it on your chat here. Yeah, that's no. I mean, well, okay. Well, I'll just make a quick comment on that. It's because people keep going back to it, right? Like you can never go wrong with McRib, right? But they do it on purpose because they know that that's where they get most of their customers. Because the McRib comes back and it's like, oh, we got to go to McDonald's, right? And so people wonder, like, why not just make the McRib permanent, or why not make the Shamrock Shake permanent? Right? And it's like, well, because that's all people would be eating, right? We need them to buy other stuff, you know? So that's a good way of putting it, for sure. Sorry, Rick, go ahead.
I will say I am guilty of uninstalling when 2v8 is not around. So
oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. If it's not for you, then don't make space for it, you know? If it's not for you, then don't make space for it. 2v8 is where it's at. That's it.
2v8 is where I find all the fun with my friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, there is something that I do need to point out because Final Fantasy 14 came up again, and so it's actually funny. I don't know. So I have 2 groups of friends that I played. Well, actually, I think it'd be considered 3 different groups of friends that I played Final Fantasy 14 with, and so Airthom Ryder are part of one of the more recent groups that I play with. And so I originally started Final Fantasy 14 because Rui was like, hey, check out this game. And I was like, I've never played an MMO before. And he literally held my hand through a majority of the game and through all the content.
Oh, I see.
And so we played that together. We had a lot of fun with our group of friends. And eventually, like, it was on PlayStation. And so eventually I was like, all right, I got to make room for other things on my PlayStation. But Rui got me started in Final Fantasy back right before the 2nd expansion. I then put it on hold for a little bit and went back to it years later to join Airthom and Ryder because they were going through the experience. And I remember it was brought up in our group, and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to start playing. And I was like, my eyes got wide and I got so excited. Like, watch this, guys. I will help you with this game. And we started a free company together. We've been in the free company for years at this point. We have Final Fantasy property, and I now understand why Rui did what he did, helping me learn to play that game. Because that game is so intimidating to start if you're doing it by yourself. It is like there's so much.
And this is 14.
Yes,
this is 14. Okay,
the online one, the MMO.
Right.
And so like,
that's the one that's free, right? It's free to get into, right? Is that right?
Final Fantasy 4, the critically acclaimed MMO RPG Final Fantasy 14, now free up to level 80 and Shadowbringers expansion.
Oh my god.
And it was just, I don't know, it's having that group and like a shared space that we all played in, and that's the one thing I enjoy most about video games. Like for the longest time, like I played a lot of multiplayer games where it was a lot of people versus people. I'd play solo against other people, and I'd have friends to play with. But then playing a game like an MMO where you all have a group together to work towards a shared goal, like there's a system in Final Fantasy where you can buy a house and decorate it and all that stuff. And so I remember we all got together one day, and they had just opened a bunch of new areas for housing, because Final Fantasy 14 has had a housing crisis since the game started. Too many players, not enough houses.
Wow. Okay.
And so they opened up a new, what they call a ward, which is basically a neighborhood. And I remember the 4 of us got together, and we found a plot that we liked. We sat in front of the plot for a solid 8 hours, clicking on the placard, trying to buy it between the 4 of us. And it was like, the moment that we found out that we got it was like, everyone cheered. It was like this really super fun experience that we all shared together. And it's just one of those things that, like, it's really hard to come by nowadays.
Right.
Like, and then I eventually, I went out of my way and I decorated the house. Like, it was, for the longest time, a group effort, and we were doing a lot of decorating. And then one day, I asked everybody, I was like, hey, I got this idea. Cool if I just go ahead and run with it.
Right.
And so I decorated this house, and it's a small house, so there's not a whole lot in there. But then, like, I found a bunch of stuff and I put it in. It looked really good. And the entire reason that I did there was an ulterior motive hidden in this. I didn't want to do it because I was excited about decorating the house. I didn't want to do it for us. I did it because in this game, if you do a certain part of the game, which is you get these NPCs that will bring you things every few hours as long as you pay them.
Right.
And one of the things they would bring you is a stuffed chocobo. And it's this, like, it's not even knee high in size. It's a plushie. And I had probably about 20, 30 of them before I started deleting them. And I said, boy, wouldn't it be funny if I just started hiding them around the house? And so I'd hide them, clip them through furniture. I'd put some in perfect view. I had one that was even hidden behind a bookcase with an opening secret door, with the chocobo standing around a cake and a bunch of seance candles.
Oh no.
And, like, I don't think anyone actually ended up finding all of them. Because there was a point where I found the computer. There was a point where we moved houses, and when you move houses, it stashes everything and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I think in the new house, I went back and I did that same chocobo with cake and seance candles behind the hidden door thing. And then the secret's finally coming to light. I told everyone that I also hid chocobos.
Right.
I didn't hide any other chocobos.
Just gaslight them into thinking that that they're still in the house. You haven't found them all.
Yep.
You haven't found them all.
It was one of those, like, people would ask me, they're like, I don't see the chocobos. Where are the chocobos? You said there were hidden chocobos. And I was like, I just hid them really good, man.
Exactly. Yeah, just still find them. They should be around. I don't
Hair
know
Thumb
what
says
you're
my
talking
favorite was the hidden chocobos with the beer bottles lying around them.
Oh, yeah. So actually, I think at one point, someone else, because that one wasn't, the chocobo with the wine and beer bottles wasn't me. I think that was someone who was like, okay, I've given up on trying to find these things, so I'm making this one. I think that may have actually been Ryder who put that one together, because I remember Ryder either told us about it or I found it and I went, wait a minute, I didn't do this. And so I asked everybody, I was like, did I do this? Did I just wake up and, like, sleepwalk? Oh, that may have been Hair Thumb. All I know is it wasn't me, and I was like seriously contemplating, like, did my subconscious do this while I was autopiloting this game one day?
Right. It's almost like you have to leave clues for yourself. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Paycheck. It's a Ben Affleck movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it or heard of it, but basically it's if I remember correctly, it's based on a Philip K. Dick. Is it Philip K. Dick? Because it's based on a novel, right? And what happens is that there's this guy who works for this big corporation, and when the contract is finished, what they do is they erase your memory, but they give you a paycheck, right? But it turns out that Ben Affleck, or the Ben Affleck character, realizes that this corporation is doing some really bad stuff. So knowing full well that he's finishing out his contract, he leaves little clues for himself to kind of lead him back to the corporation to get him to remember when they give him the paycheck, and and they erase his memory. So it's kind of like that. You got to leave clues for yourself. It's just like, this chocobo is mine. This chocobo is not mine. I left this here. I didn't leave this here.
I think there's a TV show with I think it's Adam Scott, Severance, that has like the same premise.
Oh yeah, that's
I haven't
right.
seen it,
Yes.
but I hear it's really good.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that.
There was a poll that I saw it briefly, and I have questions because Rui's the one who made it. Rui, can you please explain what the poll was supposed to be? Can we get Swift to do a light bulb? I think was the poll. And there were 3 options. There was yes, no, ban Rui, but also yes.
to do a light bulb?
I don't know what he's honestly, I have no idea what he was asking for that. That's a new one to me.
Okay. Well, I'll allow it. Somebody will have to explain to me what that means, but
okay, no, this is me being a little bit illiterate and dyslexic.
Okay.
Have Swift do a flashlight build.
Oh, right.
In Dead by Daylight.
Rui knows me too well. He knows me too well. He knows me too well.
Next objective is going to be Viewpoint Museum. Actually, Space Admin's right around the corner, so we're gonna fast travel to Space Admin.
Okay, I'm following you.
Let's see. There was. Oops, that's not what I want. Go back to chat. I did see somewhere. Let's see. Maybe one day Final Fantasy 14 will have a good expansion again. We're hoping for this new one to be good. We're hoping for this new one.
Right.
My group has since stepped away from Final Fantasy 14, and we're hoping it'll bring us all back together with this latest one. The most recent, and I'm going to spoil it here for those of you who don't play Final Fantasy 14, because I'm not the kind of person that can talk on the story. I am what is known in the community as a dirty cutscene skipper.
Okay.
And so if the cutscene is not voiced, I skip it. It's like, okay, if it's not voiced, it's not that important.
Right.
And every now and again, I accidentally skip the wrong cutscenes. And so in the latest expansion follows this like struggle for power over the throne of this country and who's the rightful heir, who should be the leader. And so you pick a side, some of your allies pick another side. And there's this like this hard right turn after a single cutscene, and I skipped it. And I remember I was like, oh, cool, this is finally, resolving. So-and-so's going to get the throne, whatever. And I skip it, and the next cutscene is just like, the entire city's burning. The Covenant from Halo is invading. There's robots and space invaders. And I was like, what did I miss by skipping this cutscene? Like,
shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
I say the Covenant from Halo because, like, literally, like, there's this race of there's a race in Final Fantasy, I forget what they're called, but they look like the elites from the Halo series. Yeah. And then they come in and he's got like this full Arbiter style armor, and then he's got these robots following him and like hover bikes flying in, and I'm like, what did I miss in this one cutscene that I skipped?
Oh my god. I don't know. I like my cutscenes. This is why when I stream first player games, I'm always off
Hair
about.
From says word.
So this game in particular, right? Because we were playing this the last time I had streamed it on my channel. We were playing the story mode, but but there were a lot of cutscenes, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to see the cutscenes, but I don't want to, I don't want to lose the story, but. No, but I know how you feel. I know my brother is kind of the same way when he plays video games. He's one of these people that's just like, you know what? I don't want to watch any cutscenes. I just want to play. I don't want to. I just want to play. I have no time for this. I have no time for this. Less talking, more gameplay.
See,
You know, and I'm,
less talking, more spell casting.
yeah.
Let's see. There was something that I saw in here that I would very much like to acknowledge.
Hmm.
This is a very fun stream from Airthumb, so thank you. I appreciate
Oh,
that you're
wow.
enjoying this, and I appreciate everyone who had a part in making this happen.
Yeah, it
Because this was fun to put together. I'm enjoying it. I hope everyone else is enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it
And
for
I hope
sure.
you're all having a wonderful stream.
Yeah, and this is the first time we're doing this. So, you know, I've never done this before, so I'm like, okay, this is perfect. This is good. Yeah, no, I'm
Yes.
enjoying myself hands
This
down.
is first
Yeah.
try at co-streaming, which the process seems pretty simple, but there was a few things we
Surprisingly.
ran into.
Oh. But it's good. No, well, I'm glad you guys are liking it. That's kind of that's the whole point, right? You guys have to also enjoy it too, right? So, yeah.
The setting up the voice, I think I'm glad that ended up working when we came in.
Yeah,
I was
right.
unsure on that portion of it actually coming through. I was 100% worried that the way I had it set up was going to cause a feedback loop or some sort of like doubling up. But it unless y'all are hearing something different, I think it's working pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
The Mamul Ja, I think is the race in Final Fantasy I'm thinking of.
I see. Okay.
They're this like I think they're like I'm not gonna bother trying to pretend I know what they are because I am not a resident Final Fantasy lore person.
No.
Yeah, they're the like I'm gonna call them the not lizard folk, but they got tail like scales, very scale, leathery skin.
Sure.
Let's see.
I've only played 7.
Kind of look like lizards.
Yeah, see, they kind of look like lizards.
Okay,
It was kind of close.
Right. So I've only played 7, but I played 7 on the PS1. Right? I played that on the PS1 and I played another Final Fantasy game and I don't remember what part it was, but it's the one where the main character he can like really he can kick a ball, like he can play soccer. And then there's look.
I know exactly
you're
which one you're talking about.
you're talking about, because you're saying to me I'm not a lore person. It's like I'm less of a lore person. I was sad that I was sad that we lost our resident healer in 7. You know, she was really cool, but then she dies, right? And then the other one that I played is that one, right? And then you have to go up against somebody named Sin. Is that what it's called? That's like the main guy, right? So that's the other one. I don't remember what part that was.
That's going to be Final Fantasy X because it has everyone's favorite sport in it. Final Fantasy nerds sound off for Blitzball.
Blitzball. Oh, that's what it was called. Okay.
Blitzball was the running joke with I think it was the most recent Final Fantasy 14 expansion, because every time they come out and they're like, guys, we got this new and exciting feature coming out in this most recent expansion, and every single comment is everyone screaming Blitzball, Blitzball.
So what's the deal with Blitzball then? Is it supposed to be something popular within Final Fantasy, or is it just
it's incredibly divisive. Like, some people absolutely love it as part of Final Fantasy, and then other people have this like hatred for it. But it's underwater soccer in a 3D space. Like,
okay.
And so like, don't know why the joke started, but that was in Final Fantasy 14. Everyone was wanting Blitzball for some reason. And as Rui has pointed out, I don't think we're ever going to get Blitzball in Final Fantasy 14. There's only ever in 10 and 10-2. And there's a funny little coincidence between Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 10. No one has come out and admitted whether it's intentional or not. But in Final Fantasy 7, when you're in the bar at the beginning of the game with Tifa and Barrett, you go down into the secret hideout of Avalanche, and on the TV is this news reporter who's talking about the reactor that you blew up. And the picture
Oh,
that's
right.
there, it's this big ball, and then under it says sin. And so like people are like, was that intentional? Did they put that in knowing that Final Fantasy X was going to have sin as like the
Right.
big bad and monster type thing? And I was like, ooh, that's some thinking, because that was, you know, from 7 to 10 is actually a handful of years. Can't remember if it's 3 or not, but it was a handful of years between them.
I actually didn't know. I'd always thought that I mean, again, you see, not like I'm not a Final Fantasy lore person, but I'd always thought that that all the Final Fantasy sequels or prequels or whatever, I thought they were all separate stories. Like they have nothing to do with one another, other than in name, right? So like Final Fantasy 8, let's say, has nothing to do with Final Fantasy 7, which has nothing to do with Final Fantasy 6. I mean, am I getting that right, or is it, or?
Yes and no, kind of. So I don't remember if 14 was the first one to do it, or if this has been like, there's the whole thing with Final Fantasy 14 is that in the realm of Final Fantasy 14 exists other, we'll just call them other planes of existence.
Okay.
And so they're all called crystals. And so each one is like a parallel universe kind of thing. And so like the theory is that all of the Final Fantasy games in some way they story-wise have nothing to do with each other. But there's this like connection of it's an alternate world, it's an alternate crystal. Like that's kind of I'm sorry, Rui. They're called shards, not crystals. See this? You know what, Rui? You're the Final Fantasy expert. Let's hear your take on this. While we have that, and we did just get as well from Rui. How much to get a trial run of Final Fantasy 14? I will gladly sell my soul and more to see a few streams.
What, a Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy 14 stream. Now, I will say this. I'm all for it. I will happily do it. Now, convincing other people to do it may take some convincing.
Yeah, I think Rui's been trying to convince me for the past like 2 years. Actually, I think it's since we've met. Actually, since Rui and I met.
Final Fantasy 14 is, hey Rui, real quick. I'm gonna need you to give me a quick estimate as to what your net worth is in Final Fantasy for Gil. Rui has a game that he plays within Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Called the Market Board game.
All right.
And so he is a crafter by trade. He's also a expert raid runner and shepherd. And he does it all not for the love of the game, for the love of the guild.
Okay.
He makes
that's right.
money
There's a
in
guild
that game. Big time Final Fantasy money.
Interesting. I hear wild stories about being able to make money in video games generally, but I know that Final Fantasy 14 is like one of those games where you can make some serious cash, like selling accounts or something like that, from what I've heard. I don't know. Like, I hear different things, right? You hear stuff in like Counter-Strike, Diablo, I think, was another one that had like a market on that as well. I think Steam's own economy has like buying and selling trading cards, right? So
yeah, Terms and service prevents making real world money off of Final Fantasy, but boy, let me tell you, Rui makes all of the in-game money by doing all the things, selling. Like every expansion comes out and he makes the most recent sets of armors to sell to people, and he makes buku bucks on that. And then we go to him and we're like, hey, you know, this, or we don't even have to ask him at this point, because a new expansion comes out, which means a new raid, which means new mechanics. And he goes, y'all are gonna raid with me. And some of us are like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. And then people like me are like, I don't know, raiding's not my scene. And then he goes, too late, I already made the armor for you, you're doing it. And I'm like, okay, say no more.
Okay, I guess I've just been voluntold. There you go.
We did get a fun TTS, that something I was not expecting to ever hear. Recon Prey Return to the Waking Sands. That is a joke in Final Fantasy XIV because back when Final Fantasy XIV came out, the original story was so bloated, which is a reason why I am a filthy cutscene skipper.
Right.
To where there's this secret hideout that you have to go to called the Waking Sands, but there was no convenient teleport to it like all the other major points. And so after like every fetch quest, you would run from one end of the continent to the other, and then it was, all right, now return to the Waking Sands to finish the quest. And you had to go
Right.
so far out of your way. So far even, that when Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn, which is the base game, ended up getting remade or condensed, no, sorry, not when it got remade. It got remade once, and then the condensing happened after. To try and make it more accessible for people when the free trial came out, they cut a lot of the fluff out of the story content.
Oh, okay.
And so you still had to return to the Waking Sands a lot of times, but instead of putting a teleport crystal there, they gave you a free teleport ticket that teleported you straight to the door the number of times that you need it to return for quests.
Okay.
And then I think they threw in a couple extra just because they were feeling nice. And so now one of the jokes in Final Fantasy XIV is anytime you need to go anywhere, Gray return to the Waking Sands.
Okay, I'll have to remember that. So if I were to do a Final Fantasy 14, like let's say I were to get the free trial, okay, what is something that I have to know about Final Fantasy 14? Like let's say that you've never played it before. What should I know? What should I expect?
Play the game the way that you want. You're
Okay.
gonna see like a lot of people. There's a lot of guides on what is best in slot. There's a lot of guides on which class is the best. There used to be a point where like even the race you picked had an impact on your stats. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore. Play what you think looks best. Play what, and here's the best part. So like World of Warcraft, and it's been a while since I played World of Warcraft, but this is what I remember. You make a character, you get a class, and then that's it. You're stuck. You're pretty much stuck with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Final Fantasy XIV, you can play every single class on one character.
Hair Thumb says Swift.
Oh,
You should
so,
expect
okay.
a lot
like,
of
the cool thing
half-naked
is
cat
if
girls
you-
crowding the major
If you
cities.
pick a class that you play and you're like, man, I'm just not really feeling this, you can, with as soon as you get to level 5, all of the other classes are unlocked that you can go and get. And so you play what you want to play. If you play it because it's fun and you like the way it works, perfect.
Yeah.
If you play it because you want to be a goofy summoner with the horn of power sticking out of your headband, also go for it. There's
Okay.
so many different ways to play that game, and all of them are fun.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so there's a lot of variety in there. Then is what you're saying. There's a lot of variety, a lot of replayability.
Oh yeah, like there is. I don't even know what the max level is anymore. I think it's 100.
Okay.
And so like there's I've lost track of how many classes there are too. Combat classes, there's like 20, 30 classes. And
Oh,
even
that's
if
interesting.
you're not into like combat, or you say you've played a ton of Final Fantasy 14 and you're like, all right, I need a break or something, you can go fishing. You can pick up a fishing rod. You can go
Yeah.
do fishing quests. You can hop on a boat and do sea fishing quests with a bunch of other people. And like you can hop on your mount and just fly around. You can go mine ore. You can chop trees. If you buy a house, you can do gardening. You can, like, one of the big things I do is I do what's called airships and subaquatics, which is
Right.
I've built airships, and with help of my friend group, also built submarines. And so I basically manage those and send them out on voyages and do like that kind of stuff. Or the ultimate end game comes in 2 parts in Final Fantasy
Yeah.
XIV. There is housing, which is the penultimate. Like if you get a large plot, you've won Final Fantasy XIV. And then decorating your house. And then on top of that is the glamour system. Buying things
Okay.
because you like the way they look and creating a look for your character, which they've unlocked a whole new level of that in the most recent patches. Because before, a lot of the like cosmetic clothing used to be gender locked. Like males could only wear certain things, females could only wear certain things.
Right.
But they've lifted that restriction on a lot of stuff. And they even just
Oh, I
came out
see.
and did a lot of stuff used to be restricted to classes as well. They came out
Right.
and said, nope, that's done. They put out an update. You can dress however you want on any class now.
Oh,
And
that's
so
great.
you'll get these huge, like, one of the tank classes is the warrior. It's the Unga Bunga barbarian. Smash things till they die. You'll get
Right.
a barbarian in this cute little bunny outfit. And you're like, and before you used to be able to look at people and go, oh, I know that. That's this class. But now whenever you see someone, it's like, well, I don't know
Yeah,
what
you
they're
can't-
playing. You actually
Yeah,
have to
you
check
can't
what
tell.
they're...
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's this short that I saw a long time ago that encapsulates all of it. It's this group of 4 gets into a dungeon, and all of them are like, oh, cool, you know, we're all ready to go, and everyone has their class. And then this really small, like, wearing this nice little frilly dress starts running out, and you're like, why is the healer running into the dungeon without the tank? And then they whip out this huge axe and just start beating stuff down. And the guy in the short's like, oh, I didn't expect that. And he looks over and goes, oh, okay. So then you're the healer? And he whips out a samurai sword. He's like,
Right.
nope, that's not the healer.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I'll look into Final Fantasy 14. We'll see. I think it just depends on. I think it just depends on, um, like on how far I can get with it, or because also the other thing that I have trouble with in terms of like with a lot of games that I play, so is really about accessibility, and you have to remember that. I know this is going to sound kind of bad, right? But there is also issues of like when I play games, I have to be able to like understand them, And I know it's going to sound kind of weird. I don't know if any of you have ever played a game called Cyberpunk. Don't know if any of you have ever played it, but I played Cyberpunk, and it took me so long to understand that game. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe I'm just getting old, but it took me a very, very long time to understand all of the mechanics in that game. So I'm just wondering if Final Fantasy 14 is going to have that problem, right? Because I'd have to like teach myself how to play before I can actually like play. Do you know what I mean? Elden Ring, I think I had that problem from the beginning as well, right? Where I actually had to like learn how to parry and how to get how to navigate the map before I could actually start playing. So I don't know if anybody has that issue, but okay, where are you?
So I went ahead and I fast traveled to Viewpoint Museum. That's going to be our next one that we do, so we'll knock that out.
Okay.
And so the thing is too, and this is really nice. So it actually has accessibility on several levels.
Right.
So it is so controller friendly. So if you're not into keyboard and mouse MMOs, you can play it all on a controller. I used to do it on the PlayStation, and it felt really good. I have an MMO mouse that I am attached at the hip to.
Right.
And so
okay.
I play on keyboard and mouse because of that. But a lot of the people I play with play on controller because it feels really nice and fun. As for the gameplay mechanics, they've actually added in something called Hall of the Novice. And it basically, as you start the game, it walks you through like a little bit of the story. You pick your class and you learn a little bit about the class. But then in Hall of the Novice, they send you there, and it's basically the training grounds. And so it goes through like 5 to 10 minute lessons on here's what your class is supposed to do. Here's how dungeon mechanics work. Here's how, here's how you play the game basically. And the cool thing about it is not only does it teach you about playing the game, it actually gives you good gear for completing it. So you learn how to play, but then it also gives you a gear set that, I mean, you could rock that gear set for like 10 plus levels and it'll still be
right.
good.
Oh, I see. So it rewards you for doing the training, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
And the Hall of the Novice was something that a lot of people ignored back when they started because it wasn't really good. They've revamped it. It's really helpful and really useful.
Right.
By learning how your character works, you will know the game better than half of the existing players.
Oh my god. So they don't even use the training. They just jump in and they go, "Oh, it's fun to play Final Fantasy."
So you can buy level skips in the game.
Right.
And so like a lot of people who are just getting into the game to kind of catch up with their friends will buy those level skips.
Oh,
And so they're getting thrown into this, or actually it might be level 90 now. That's like late game leveling and late game content. And so if you've never played the game before, you get thrown in and you're doing this stuff with your friends, and it turns into this, oh, just follow me, instead of actually learning how to play. And it's
right.
I will say, if you want to jump in and do that, all the more power to you. I would highly recommend learning how the game works early levels first before committing to something like that, though.
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
The best part about Final Fantasy 14, and for it being user friendly, sorry, as I spray and pray in B's direction because I don't know a friendly from a foe apparently, is the way that the level scaling works. If, say, you, me, and Rui were to play the game and you just started off, we're both level 100. I think he's level 100 in all classes, and I am as well.
Right.
We would do like the starting dungeon, which I think is around like 13 to 15. You hop into that dungeon, and we all get scaled down to the maximum level of that dungeon, which is like it's usually like the nominal level, so say 13, and then the max is 15.
Right.
And so you're not just hopping into the dungeon with us and we're brutally murdering everything in our path. It's no, we're all on the same power scale. We're all at the same level. We have to work together, and you actually get to play the game rather than being carried through it.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, okay, I'll look into it. I'll definitely look into it. I know Rui's asked me this question more than once. But I don't know. For some reason I just keep putting it off. But if it's free, maybe. I can't make any promises.
It is now. I will say it is free up to level 80 with some limitations, but it's a good free. Like, there's so much content that you can do in that game, and it is. I am 100% willing to play the game with you and help you through the game.
Okay.
Plus, we have others in the chat who are also of the same mindset and would very much love to help someone new experience it if you so want. Let me figure it out. Because I think we have GTA 5 right now on the channel. But if it's free, then so wait a minute. So is it on a subscription model? Like, is that what it is, that you have to subscribe to it per month, or how does it work? Yes. So, and I'm assuming you're going to play on PC. And so the only subscription that you'll need is the Final Fantasy 14 subscription if you decide to pay for it.
Right.
And so, this is a hold the button for longer than normal interaction. That's why it's not.
Oh, I see.
You get a lot, like all of the content up to 3 expansions is free. You get the story. There's just like, you can't own a house. You're capped at a certain amount of money that you can have.
So if it's free, I can't own a house.
Correct.
So then what's the point? I want to own a house.
Here's the thing. You find friends who own houses. And I think at this point, I think all of us in the chat who may play Final Fantasy 14 do own 1 or 2 houses. Because technically, part of the housing crisis is because you can own a personal house, but then you can also own a free company house, which is like a group house kind of thing.
Oh, interesting. Well, if I'm going to go into somebody else's house, there better be some hidden chocobos in there. Otherwise, I'm not interested.
Well, now it sounds like I'm going to have to go back and do some redecorating in both of my houses. My personal house doesn't have them. My personal house, instead of a chocobo, has a shrine to another joke that started because of Final Fantasy 14 D&D that we were playing at one point.
Right.
There's a plushie that you can get of a certain enemy, and everyone like simps for that enemy because she's.
Oh my god.
She's a very beautiful demon lady. And so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna set up a shrine just so when people go downstairs, they're like, what is this? Why is this here? What is wrong? What is this dude into that he's got a shrine of that set? And it's literally it's the plushie with some candles set around it.
Yeah.
And I think some stars hanging over it or something. Yeah, apologies everybody. I'm terrible at chat to begin with.
No, it's okay. No, take your
Let's
time. Yeah,
see.
don't worry about me. Yeah, just take your.
Hair
yeah,
Thumb
you
says
gotta
the
do
Ystala
chat.
Shrine memes go crazy though.
Oh, let's try. Oh no, everyone loves Y'shtola, the iconic cat joke. It sounds like we've got
Densely
another.
just redeemed Swift joke.
We got a double. We've got a Swift cat joke, which I guess everyone enjoys the screaming goat. I don't know if that was a good holy cow that jump scare, but I hope everyone enjoys that. And then after your joke, I've also got a cat facts coming up.
Okay, yeah. So there's a joke. There's a joke.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are so for those of you in chat, you're gonna have to forgive me because I don't see Recon's chat. So Recon is working double time right now. Okay, here, let me see here. Okay, here's a classic. Here's a classic. You guys, this is a classic joke. I like classic jokes. Why was 6 scared of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
I can't tell if that was actually in your book or you just
suck,
said
you
I'm going to tell
jackass."
this one this time because that's like
no,
the
this is-
ultimate pun.
It's in the book. It's in the book, and it's under the category of mixed bag. So I don't know if they mean like the jokes may not land, or it's just like it's of any topic. I don't know.
Let's see. We have a quick cat fact, but also shout out to Haunted Harvest for joining us. Glad to see you, bud.
Oh, nice.
Thanks
Very
for
nice.
The follow.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know that my follow alert is working, because I have troubles with that one specifically for some reason. But cover me, I've got a cat fact. Although the plant is not addictive or toxic to cats, some pet owners may find their cat's behavior after consuming it to be annoying or even destructive, so its use is recommended to be limited. Now, that sounds like a suggestion. That's not a fact.
Right.
That is, you do whatever you want. Give your cat the catnip, and I think I forgot to mention it earlier. Someone mentioned if your cat is not into catnip, try Silvervine.
Silvervine. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because Kincaid and Moneypenny Moneypenny was not really into catnip, and Kincaid kind of just goes, "Oh, look, catnip. I'm kind of happy now. I'm bored." Right? It doesn't really entice her very much. So Silvervine, is it spelled exactly the way it sounds? Silvervine?
I believe so. I remember
Okay.
having it at the pet store when I worked there,
it is.
and I remember
It is? Okay.
asking, "What's the difference between the two?" And I don't think I ever got an answer.
Oh, okay.
I think it's probably just a different plant, different strain, or something like that. So
I see.
I've heard of it before, and people
Two
swear
different
by
plants,
it too.
okay.
I think.
Disrupted.
And as always, catnip responsibly, people.
System restored.
Hey, thank you for the sub, Haunted. Appreciate it, bud. It's also open, so if you want to join, feel free to jump in with us. Or if
Yeah,
you
do
need
it
an
up.
invite, give me a shout and I'll send you an invite.
Assistance.
If you want an invite, it might have to wait until this firefight's over. We're into the thick of it right now.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I think B's down. Oh.
Oh, yep, and they just spawned at that door.
Yeah, after my stepfather passed away, my mom, I wanted my mom to kind of, because she was on the verge of retiring at that point too, right? And this is like before we did the plushies. So I said, okay, you know what we should do? We should get her a cat. And so now she has a cat named Chanel. But because she had never owned a cat before, she was very much a plant lady, right? She had plants
Oh.
all over her house. She loved plants. But I now, luckily we didn't learn this the hard way, but apparently there are some plants that are like absolutely toxic to cats. So when my mom got Chanel, I remember going back to her house maybe 2 weeks after, and what had happened was that like half of her plants were gone, and I just went, why are your plants gone? What's going on? And she was like, yeah, apparently some plants are really, really toxic to cats. I didn't know that. Apparently there's like, I think lilies are really bad for cats apparently. So she had to get rid of all of her lilies. So I thought that was really interesting. So
Yeah, they we learned.
Yeah, Lily's got
Thankfully,
unfinished kidneys.
we didn't learn the hard
yeah,
way either
wow.
when I got a cat, because and I have such a a funny cat story. So
Hmm.
I had a cat growing up, and the cat was very afraid of everyone because I had a cousin who was not so nice to the cat. And
Right.
so that cousin kind of ruined it for all of us.
I see.
Which he was a baby at the time and didn't know any better, so not making excuses, but I understand. And
Sure.
so growing up after that, the cat passed away, and years, decades went by, and I finished high school. I was working at a pet store, and we had a dog as a family pet. And so our family dog Max he was old. It was about that time. And so I was kind of like, well, I don't want another dog. And then I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do about a pet, because family pet, like, very very much loved by my family.
Well, yeah.
And
I mean,
so
they're not very easy to replace, right? They're family
Yeah.
members, right? So
And so I was working at the pet store, and we had cats in the front of the store that we took care of until they got adopted.
yeah.
And so one day this cat comes in, and I asked my parents, because I lived with them at the time, and mom was like, we'll think about it, we'll talk about it. And my dad put his foot down and said, no, not happening.
Right.
Bummer. And I was like, oh, but it looks like Sheehan, our old cat, and eventually it turned into just, sorry, no cat. And then
Oh, I see.
and then that cat got adopted. A couple more cats came in, and I was cleaning out the cat cage, and as soon as I did, this cat that was a kitten came over to me, crawled on my arm. He started crawling on me, all over me. We played the entire day. And so I texted my mom. I was like, hey, this cat, we need to adopt this cat.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know, your father. And I was like, I would very much like to adopt this cat. And she goes, okay, we'll make it work. And
Right.
so I filled out all the paperwork. I bought all the stuff. And like the next day, it was so funny because I had a friend help me with this. My mom said, hey, and over to my dad and goes, we should go shopping. We need to go pick up some stuff. And so they went out. My friend and I brought the cat in. And so for like 3 days, I had off from work, and I had the door closed the entire time, which was normal because, 20-ish-year-old guy living with his parents playing video games all the time keeps the door closed.
Sure. Right.
And so finally, I go back to work, and the cat starts pawing at the door because the door's closed.
Right.
And my dad comes home from work, and he hears this, and he tells this story from his perspective all the time. And he
Right.
goes, I was sitting at my desk upstairs, just down the hall. I start hearing this noise. It's like dunk 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 dunk. Didn't know what it was, so I went over to the room.
Yeah.
And I opened the door. There was a cat there. And then we get to hear the story from my mom's perspective of, he came downstairs, calm demeanor, and he just goes, there's a cat upstairs.
Right.
To which my mom responds, yes, deal with it.
Oh my God. Okay.
And so,
right.
for years, right, family dog had passed away, and we had the cat with us now, and my parents, it took them a few years to get a dog.
Right.
But secretly, and he's never going to admit this, but the entire time, my dad was always for the cat. No,
Oh, I
take
see,
care of
okay.
your own cat. We don't need a cat. He had surgery a couple years ago, and it was the funniest thing because he going through surgery, so he's got some drugs in him, and he's
Right.
lying in bed in the hospital, and he's fidgeting, and he's like, no, I gotta get home. I gotta feed the cat. Is he okay? Is he doing okay while I'm gone? Is someone taking care of him? And now I get pictures from them of my dad is walking the cat in the backyard on a leash, or my dad is
Right.
sitting on the patio watching TV, and the cat is sitting next to him. The cat is sleeping in his lap.
Right.
And so, the man who never wanted the cat, of course, loves the cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't really know until you get the cat, right?
Assistance.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, for sure.
And
Oh my God.
we've been trying to. My brother swears because my father also swore allergic to cats, and then we got a cat and he wasn't allergic to cats. So now my brother,
Okay.
my sister-in-law, my nieces, they really want a cat, but no,
Right.
the girls, my nieces, and my brother are allergic. And every time it comes up, all of us are just looking at my brother like, if you get a cat, you're basically microdosing allergies. You're not going to be allergic after long. And he's like, it doesn't
Okay.
work that way. And I was like, pretty sure it does.
Roof clear. No more contact.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Basically, I'm not allergic to cats. I have two, or I used to have two. I have this one now.
I
Yeah. So,
sorry,
and I don't sneeze, so I guess I'm not allergic. So.
it took me a minute to notice. Haunted Harvest has joined us, everybody. Round
Yeah,
of
I was
applause
gonna
for
say.
Haunted. Thank you
Hello,
for joining
Haunted.
us tonight. Glad to have you here. He's rocking the
Oh, there we go.
oh wait, actually, round of applause. He's rocking the Phoenix Hunter suit, which is really nice because check out those flames. Special little tidbit about that armor that the devs kind of threw in without actually telling anyone in a stealth
Cohen the
update.
Barbarian
If you
just
swap
redeemed
the
Swift
masks
joke.
like he just did, it changes from red to purple and vice versa. It's the only item in this game that changes based off of the other gear pieces that you're wearing.
Oh, interesting.
And it looks like we have another Swift joke if you're
Oh my goodness.
willing. While you do that, I'm going to check the event pass to see if I've unlocked anything.
Okay, here, let me give you a joke here. Okay. All right. So here we go. So I'll give you this joke now. Very interesting question. Who says nothing is impossible? I mean, who says nothing is impossible? I've been doing nothing for years.
Procrastinator's motto.
You suck.
There you go.
Jackass.
There you go. I nothing for years. Nothing for years. Avoid criticism, do nothing, right? So there you go. Anyways,
So it looks like I've unlocked the Slinger outfit, which we're going against some rules here by wearing this, kind of, sorta.
okay.
One of the things that I do is my character never takes his mask. It's just fun. It has mystery to go with it. However, the Slinger thing that you get is actually a mask. So we're going to allow it this time.
Okay.
And so now we have the Slinger outfit available if you redeem it in the pass. And so, oh, hold on. Does the Slinger have a backpack? I don't think he does, right?
No, he doesn't. No.
All right, so this is going to be the fun part. We got to find. I have an idea for, I think, something that'll work with this.
Right.
Should be a rugged rucksack somewhere. That one. I thought there was more of a.
New agent is joining your team.
Hey, welcome Xeno124. Glad to have you on board. Oh, there it was for a second. There we go. You know what we're gonna use? We're gonna use the Rainbow Six Amaru backpack because I think it fits the leather. Which, I know I made the joke that no one saw this Dead by Daylight Division crossover happening, but believe it or not, a few weeks ago there was actually a Rainbow Six Siege crossover with Division or with
That's right.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that was and Fortnite I think was the other one too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I saw I saw the Twitter post before it happened, and I remember I asked everyone, I was like, is this real? There's no way this is real. This has got to be
Right.
fake. Because it was like Trickster in Rainbow Six Siege, and I was like, there's no way.
Right.
And then I found out after the fact. I was like, dang, I'm actually kind of sad that I missed that because it looks, the skins that you get in Rainbow Six Siege actually look really good. Like they did a
Right.
Legion one, and it is 1-to-1 Legion from the game, and it fits so well for the character they did it with.
Right.
The character that they gave it to has these devices that basically makes holograms of themselves. So you've basically
Oh.
got a bunch of different legions around the map.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's a creative way of kind of tying it in. Oh, that's interesting.
Let's welcome again, Zeno. Glad to have you here. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Thank you for joining. Let's see. If you're not living on the edge, you are taking too much space.
Oh. Okay.
Got that one from Kohan.
There you go.
Let's see. Airthom says, need to keep the goat scream just because. And I think after this, we're going to have a redeem called Just Because with the goat scream, just for funsies.
Okay.
That'll be a permanent stay now. So that'll be some fun reminder that comes out of this. Returning agent, haven't touched the game in years and my gear is out of date. Zeno, well, don't worry. This game is very returner friendly and it is very
you and
great
me,
getting caught back up.
Yeah, you and me both, Zeno. You and me both.
Let's see. We're going to head to the last thing on our list here is going to be Capitol Hill. Or sorry, the Capitol mission, which is the base game final dungeon essentially of this game before they started releasing stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of a doozy. There's going to be a lot of explosions, but I think we're up for it.
Okay, let's do it. I'm down.
Let's see. Love the Happy Gilmore quote. Well, it's not like the level cap goes up. That's true. That's one of the best parts about the Division. They stopped adding levels with each expansion, and instead they kind of, tying this back to Destiny, they went the Destiny route and made your gear level instead. And so it's a lot easier to go in and find new gear than it is to try to level 10 levels. Because boy, let me tell you, the slog from 30 to 40 in this game,
An agent has left.
It's a little rough. But you don't have to level after that. After that, it's just finding new gear, getting everything set up, getting good to go, finding something that you like, and then once you've found something that you like, there is another level above that of grinding, but we're not going to go into that. That is a whole other. It's a whole other thing right now.
Right.
We got a BRB from Haunted. But do we want to? He can join us in progress. So do we want to go ahead and hop into Capital mission?
I'm down. Whatever you want. You tell me.
So we're gonna do something funny here real quick. We're gonna learn of an interaction. I would request that you all stand down there for a moment, because if you stand up here, you blow up.
Oh, okay.
I found that out accidentally in a no-death run. So let me tell you, that was a fun find. Let's see. You would think, but matchmaking for activities I'm able to do are... Oh, I've lost the chat. I'm able to do are dead as a doornail. I spent half an hour in low rank escalation and no one showed up. Escalations are a little difficult. That's the newer mode. And at this point, people are farming the high rank stuff. So it's kind of like the MMO problem where it's new content, but it's been out long enough that enough people have passed to the lower levels, and there's not really an incentive to go back to the lower level stuff. So it is really disheartening if you're just getting into that kind of content, because that's the end game content now. Trying to find people to run that with. Oh, that was painful. I just got blasted.
Yeah, you weren't kidding about the explosions.
Yes, there are explosions everywhere. Zeno, also, again, thanks for joining. Glad to have you here. I am primarily, and I'm going to say primarily because it's the only game that sticks around the most, a Division streamer and player. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to shout. I will happily answer any questions that you have. I actually started this channel as a shepherd channel to help guide players through the game, because the Division at one point, like I mentioned earlier, it because of COVID hit this lull and hit this dead point. the new expansion, Battle for Brooklyn, about a year or so ago came out, and there was this huge resurgence of people. So new players coming in and being able to help people out and learn about a game I'm very passionate about is something that I enjoy. Except when my frames are dipping to 30 again for some reason. My goodness.
Looks clear.
All right, push forward.
Let's see. Oh, we've got a new special guest. I see Samantha Eve in the chat. Welcome, welcome.
Oh,
Good to
hello.
see you here.
How are you, Sam? What's going on?
Let's. Oh, I missed it. B said she needed a minute, so B will be joining us here in a second. Apologies for missing that. Let's see. Bought the credits, but I tried to make them show up. No luck. On my way. The store is still a little weird at times. The store is still a little weird.
New agent is joining your team.
Wait, did that kill you in a permadeath run? It didn't kill me in a permadeath run, thankfully. Because if that ended my permadeath run, I would be incredibly angry. I was doing it was a personal challenge kind of thing of, I wanted to do all of the strongholds on, I wasn't going to do legendary, because boy, let me tell you, that would just be solo legendary back before prototype year came out. I don't hate myself that much to say that. So I was doing, I think, heroic runs of all the strongholds without dying, just to see if I could do it. And that was this being the third out of the four or five. That's how many there are. 3, 4 here. Yeah, the third out of four. Blowing up halfway through, I was like, well, that's unfortunate. Didn't know that was a thing. Another thing that I learned, this one was as a joke. If you stand in front of Big Gun go burr. Turn to purple mist or pink mist. That one was on a solo legendary run, and if you die in legendary, you have to start from the beginning, which took me 30 minutes just to get to this point to begin with at the time.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
Charges just detonated in the rotunda.
Not unfamiliar with Division. I've done almost everything at least once. I'm a beta player. Oh, nice. Got that sweet beta arm patch. I too consider myself a beta player. The problem is I played the beta on Xbox, so my beta patch is locked to my Xbox account, and I have since swapped to PC. And so there's like 2 years worth of content that I can't access apparel wise because it's all locked to my Xbox account. And I have a horrible story because of that. So at the time, there was no cross progression. There still isn't crossplay. And so
No crossplay for what? For the Division?
For the Division, yes.
Really?
There still is no crossplay yet. And the reason being crossplay, I can't remember if they said they're doing crossplay or not, or if that's going to be a Division 3 feature. I think they're doing Division 2 eventually for crossplay. It's just been in the works.
Right.
I remember picking back up the Division on PC because it was on sale, and at the time I had just gotten a new computer, and I was like, well, if I want to play on Xbox and I want to play online, I have to pay for Xbox Live.
Right.
I hadn't used my Xbox in a while, and I was like, I don't want to pay another subscription in case I don't actually want to play this. So I picked it up on PC, and there was a time at the time it was you can log into your same account and they would be linked, but you couldn't keep your cosmetics or anything. There was no cross progression or anything like that. You couldn't import.
Right.
And so I signed up, and then I think like a week later or something, they said, oh, by the way, guys, we're doing some level of cross progression, but if you've already signed up on another console, you can't merge the accounts. And I was just like, you know what? That sounds about right for me. That's just about my luck. So there's 2 years worth of patches and backpack trophies that have been lost to the Xbox, which I log in every now and again just to look at them.
Just close my eyes and just pretend that I have them, you know?
Hitting 5.5 mil crits with a gear shift because of the rage is nuts. Yes, the extra damage is fantastic. Big. So I think this is a setting that I changed. So you can, for those of you who are watching, if you see the numbers popping up beside my the middle of my screen. That's how much damage I'm doing, and it's a lot of fun watching big numbers stack on top of each other. And so 5.5 million on a crit is very high for a damage, and it sounds like Haunted is pulling some big numbers on his end. Get yourself a Pope rope for helping Sprouts. They don't have that in the Division, unfortunately. There was one time they did a Shepherd event to help new players in Division, and I really wish they would go back and do that again, because that was a ton of fun. The Pope rope is a Final Fantasy 14 thing. If you help enough players, you get a bunch of stuff. Man, it's been so long since I've done it. You get like a special mount for doing certain things. You get a crown to put next to your name that shows that you are a person who helps others. And my favorite claim is that it's called the mentor system, and you have to do certain things, you have to reach a certain level. And so I like to boast to all of my friends who are not mentors that I am a Final Fantasy 14 PvP, player versus player, mentor. And I definitely know what I'm doing when I put that emblem on. I've never played a single match of PvP in my life in Final Fantasy 14. Let's see, 3,000 comms to become a mentor, which got that, and then 500 comms to get a Pope crown that you can wear on your character, according to our Final Fantasy 14 expert Rui. I am doing well, Samantha. Apologies, I am doing terrible at keeping up with chat, so please don't hold that against me. I'm doing great. Swift, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Yes, Sam's asking.
Sam's asking.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm good. Hopefully things are good with you, Sam. Good to see you again.
Well, we've got a bit of a lull. Covered in rust, gonna need a lot of WD-40 to remove it. Should flex that Ubisoft connection and ask them to merge your accounts or something. Listen, there's a lot of people in the Connect program. I am definitely not the kind of person who can ask that and succeed. I barely get invited to some of the campaigns, and I am very grateful for that to begin with. Thankfully, since signing up, they've given me access to all the Division stuff, which, segue, shout out to Ubisoft for enabling drops on my channel again. Very much appreciate it.
Oh, that's great.
I was incredibly confused when I first started streaming and wanted to do a Division drops event, and found out that it's not enabled by default. They have to do it for you.
No way, seriously?
Program. Yep.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So you have to join their like streamer community and their it's called the Ubisoft Creator Program. Yeah. And so they give you access to a lot of stuff, so like drops, which we'll come back to that in a minute, because I may or may not have more drops news for other things. I just don't know if I'm allowed, if the embargo's been lifted. But then they give, like, right now I have something from the Creator Club, new B-roll footage of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That came out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's like the new. They remastered it, right? Or did they? Yeah, I think it's a remaster, not a remake.
It's actually neither. It's another R word. It's Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's yeah. Someone, I don't remember who started the remake craze, but the remake, the remaster, and then Final Fantasy VII started doing. What was it? The first one was Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII Retrograde was the expansion for that. Final Fantasy VII No, what's the second one? It's another R word. And then the third one I think is called like Final Fantasy VII Revelations or something like that. Okay. And so like, I think they were playing off the remake, remaster vibe with that when they were naming things. And now it seems like more companies are getting them on board with that as well.
Right.
I think it's fun. It's incredibly confusing, but it'll never be as confusing as the Nintendo naming scheme for their consoles. Because let me tell you, when you have a grandmother coming in for Christmas, shopping for their grandchild, and they ask, my grandkid wants the DS, sell me one of them, and I look at her and I go, You want the DS, the DS Lite, the DSi, the DSi Lite, the 3DS, the
no.
2DS, the 2DS XL, the 2DS XL, the new 2DS XL, the new 3DS. I do not miss those conversations.
Right.
Like asking, can I buy the Mario game? Boy, let me tell you, I have a list and not enough air in my lungs to tell you how many of those games there are.
Yeah, yeah, to basic, yeah, I can't imagine what those conversations would be like. You know, because they'd be like, yeah, okay, just whatever the third one on the list is, we'll get that one, and then just hope for the best. So,
Zeno says, Black Flag is one of the few Assassin's Creeds I've never beat, which I've heard. So I have only ever played Assassin's Creed 3. And now, yes, I know there are other Assassin's Creed games that are much better. I've seen Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and Brotherhood play through from start to finish.
yeah.
Assassin's Creed is not my normal type of game. However, in my old age, my infinite lifespan and wisdom and all that fun stuff, have decided to start branching out. Which is why I've been playing other games such as Crew Motorfest, Avatar, which, by the way, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, really cool if you're into Horizon Zero Dawn. Very similar.
Right.
And so I was trying to find a new game to play coming out soon. And then they announced Assassin's Creed Black Flag Precinct. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time I give Assassin's Creed another go.
Right.
Because Black Flag is not only one of the more highly acclaimed games, but it's also about pirates. And it's basically... It was the start of Skull and Bones, the pirate game, also made by Ubisoft. And it was so good that it created essentially another game out of it. So I was like, all right, I gotta give Black Flag Resync to go. I'm gonna have to give it a try.
I know that game is supposed to have like ship management. Like you can like you can buy different ships, and it's almost supposed to be like what is it? Stardew Valley, where you're like redecorating your house. It's supposed to be. That's what I've heard. I've never played it. I've never played the original, but that's what I hear. And apparently, it's supposed to be really good. Like the original was supposed to be really good. So I don't know.
It was. I've heard really good things. All my friends say they love it, and they're like, "Man, if there's an Assassin's Creed game to play, that's the one."
That's the one, eh? Okay.
Now, Zeno also brings up a very good point, which is something that I can relate to when I tried playing Sea of Thieves. I do not like the ocean. It's something about just an endless abyss of not being able to see, and then the fact that, well, we don't know what lives down there and what can eat you.
Right.
Yes, I struggled through Sea of Thieves for the longest time because of the vast ocean and that kind of stuff. So I totally get it. That is, it's not a fun feeling to feel. Skull and Bones wishes it could be Black Flag. Yeah. Like that, everything I hear is like Skull and Bones is a great concept, but Black Flag did it better. We don't talk about Skull and Bones. Yeah, you know what? I should change my tone on this. We occasionally talk about Skull and Bones, and we talk about it in a very, very decent light, and we don't bash Skull and Bones, lest we anger the Ubisoft overlords who may or may not be peering in on this stream because they have enabled the drops on my stream and so forth.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Won't say bad things about Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
I've never played Skull and Bones, so I don't know.
Now this is a safe space, so we are allowed to speak our minds. If we have truths and we have honest opinions about any game, regardless of who made it, open to talk about it. 100% open to talk about it. Blink twice if you need help. It's fine. No, we're good. I very much enjoy. So the other thing is trying to think. So Ubisoft has always been one of those companies that I've enjoyed because I very much love the Tom Clancy series. I jumped in on Vegas 2, I think was the first game I played. Rainbow Six Vegas 2. And just like the tactical aspect of that game was just so much fun. Terrorist Hunt, one of the greatest things to ever come out of video games ever. And so since then, it evolved into Ghost Recon, and then when the Division 1 came out, I was the biggest hype man at my store for this game because I was so excited for it. And I remember I had to convince a bunch of my friends to play it because they didn't really play any of the Tom Clancy games. And so, like, it came out, we played it for a bit, I kept with it, my friends moved on to other stuff, but I never really got into the end game content. And same with the Division 2. I, admittedly, in the hundreds of hours that I've played this game, I've never done a raid. Maybe that stems from a little bit of the trauma I suffered in the Nightfall raid in Destiny. Maybe something that needs to be looked in there at a psychological level. Maybe that could be it. Who knows? But they are coming out with a new incursion in the next expansion, which I really want to try. And so incursions are basically 4-player raids. And so there's already one in the game that I haven't done yet. I think you, Swift, you, me, Haunted, and Rui tried it at one point, but ran into a wall.
Right.
And so I eventually want to try it. I think it'll be a ton of fun. And then this new one that's coming out, just to say I'm finally playing end game current content, because I don't think I've ever actually done that.
The briefcase is secure.
Yeah, we did play it a little while back when I was streaming it, but again, you know, like I'm just a passenger in this game, so.
Hey, if you ever want to play, I am always playing and will happily accept any people who want to join in.
Right. Okay. No, for sure. Yeah, I'll have to take you up on that.
Ooh, Haunted Harvest says, I've never actually touched Division 1. Well, here's the great thing. Steam Summer Sale is going on right now. Oh, Swift and LJP, avert your eyes. My inventory is full.
Oh, no.
I think Division 2 is on sale. But I think also Division 1 as well. And there's one thing. So, there's one thing in Division 1. We'll say two things. Because the Division Dark Zone is very early premise and one of the first games to do the like extraction shooter concept.
Yeah.
Not to the same extent that we see with like Tarkov, Marathon, DMZ, I think is the Call of Duty version or whatever. But like they also did this mode that I really wish they would have kept with when Division 2 had come out, called Survivor is the Division 1 version of it. And basically the way it works is it's a small scale battle royale where they drop in like 8 or so people into the New York map. But you start with nothing, you have to build up, but you're given a timer. You're infected, you have to find medicine, you have to eat food, you have to drink water, get good gear. You don't just get to go and blast everything in your way like you do in normal Division content when you're super over leveled. You basically start from level 1 and have to work your way up. And the matches last like 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh,
and you can do either player versus player, or you can do player versus environment where everyone works together. And like the tension that you feel in the player versus player of there's this huge blizzard, there's no visibility, you're freezing, you got to find a fire.
Yeah.
So you run over and you stand on this fire barrel trying to warm up, and some dude just runs up and blitzes you with a gun that he found, guns you down. Like, it is wild. It's a wild feeling, and like at the time there was nothing else like it out. And so they kind of dropped off of that when Division 2 came out, and they didn't have that mode. However, there's going to be in the next year what they're calling Survivors, which is that same game mode but being brought to the Division 2. And it's going to be in the map of DC instead of New York like the old one was. Let's see. So Swift and Be the Tree, we have finished our weekly, which means we got a ton of experience. You might want to check the event pass to see if you've gotten any Dead by Daylight goodies.
Okay, let's take a look.
So that's why we're here. We're here for the Dead by Daylight funsies.
Cohen
We
the
also got a
Barbarian
Kohan
just
the Barbarian
Swift
redeemed for
joke.
Swift jokes as well,
Oh my goodness.
because he just wants to distract you from getting your goodies.
No, then we have to get this joke done. We got to get this joke done so that way we can get the Dead by Daylight goodies. Okay, here let's take a look here. Okay, yeah. Actually, some advice for all of you out there. Never iron a 4-leaf clover. Did you know this? Never iron a 4-leaf clover. You don't want to press your luck.
You suck.
There you go. Some sound advice for you, Kohan. Some sound advice for you, Kohan. There you go. That advice from that book.
Oh, Xeno's first experience, I think, with the Swift jokes.
Oh, they don't have the joke. Oh, yeah. Zeno doesn't know about the jokes. Yeah, the jokes. Well, I have. Don't know if you know this, Zeno, but I have 1001 one-liners and short jokes. The ultimate collection of the funniest laugh out loud rib ticklers. That's what I have here in my hand. Guaranteed to split your sides or whatever it is. Or whatever it is, do what you whatever it is you do when you guys laugh very hard.
Boy.
So.
Yes, this is so Swift. Swift is also a streamer, if you couldn't tell. He is our master looper in Dead by Daylight. So he's been brought in to consult on the Dead by Daylight Division stream, and he was kind enough to join us for that. Those jokes are a common occurrence on his streams. So if you loved that one, be sure to give him a follow, because he streams on Swift. What days?
So I stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. I know that some of you are on CST, but I'm EST. So there you go. Wednesdays and Fridays.
Right. So I think we're getting to the last 30 minutes of our stream, right? Okay. With the time change, it always screws me up, so I always just want to double check. So
yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
we're going into the last 30 minutes. And I know, Swift, you don't play this game often, and B doesn't play it a whole lot. Haunted, I think it's time we take them to the Dark Zone. But we go into the new Dark Zone so that they can experience it without being berated by other players.
I'm okay with being berated by other players. I'm okay. Give me.
You want to go for the full experience?
Where are all the guns? Give me the guns. Okay. That's what I want. I want the guns.
Well, B.
The Dark Zone, anything but.
I'm sorry. What was that? Was that we want to go into the Dark Zone? Is that a fourth vote for the regular Dark Zone? So there is. So let's do this. Good middle ground. We're going to go into one of the other new Dark Zones. So with this season, we actually got, there's 3 Dark Zones normally. They've actually split it into 3 different pools. So right now over in Dark Zone West is what's called the Classic Dark Zone. That's where you go in, nothing changes. Your gear is, if you have top tier gear, you're king.
Right.
There's Southern Dark Zone right now, which is called the Toxic Dark Zone, which is player versus environment. Everyone works together instead of killing each other for loot. And then, this is my new favorite, the Balanced PvP Dark Zone. And so what this does is this lets you go in, and it still takes into account your gear stats, but it removes elements from those, like,
Cohen the Barbarian says if Swift won, we can bury Swift in chat also.
30 levels of expertise into their stuff to get the bonus armor, 30 extra % damage, the 1,000 shade levels and the bonuses that come with that. So it's basically, it's purely player and gear based rather than, grinding for the top gear type of stuff. So everyone has, regardless of how much time you've put in, if you've got level 40 gear, you're on the same playing field as everybody else.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so I think that's going to be a good middle ground for us to go into, because then you can get the PvP experience from Dark Zone, but you don't have to worry about some guy who is 1,000 shade levels above you with all this time and effort put into his gear. Oh, got another accident. Don't look. Sorry.
Recon. What is this? What is this?
Things are
I keep
spilling out of my backpack.
I keep my backpack prim and proper and trim, right? I'm trying to lead by example, Recon. Okay, come on.
You know what? I have goodies. Real quick, as a thank you for you all joining me here, if I can remember how this works. Nope, I don't want to Marcus jump. Options. I do this.
Oh.
There's that for whoever wants it.
Oh, what is this?
And then there's also
Tardigrade. Okay, that's interesting.
this for whoever wants.
And what is this?
I'm sure Haunted already has these, so B and Swift, if either of you would like to take pics of those.
Okay, so I guess I'll take this one. I don't know if you want this one, B. I mean, I'll you know what? I'll just take this one. Why don't I take this? How's that sound? The tardigrade.
A bit late, but if you ever want to exploit your thalassophobia, which is the fear of the ocean, for profit, you could use your heart rate monitor while playing Subnautica. I don't think I want to live stream a heart attack. I'll be honest with you. As fun as that might be, I don't think I want to live stream myself having a heart attack at the ripe old age of 375.
I hear crazy things about that game. Crazy things.
All right. Let me real quick, free up some more space. Go. That should be more than enough space for the Dark Zone. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to head to Dark Zone East, which is right above us, and we're going to go to Dark Zone East Alpha Checkpoint. Going to be the little purple door icon, or if you just want to fast travel to me, that'll work too. Let's see. Zeno, yeah, if you got a joke, let's hear it. I'm all for it. Haunted is on board. Let's see. Haunted is on board for the DZ. This is going to be fun. It's been a very long time since I've done a 4-player Dark Zone.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think if you hold up on the D-pad, it'll also accept it and then teleport you here. I don't know what the button is on keyboard, unfortunately. Uh-oh, I think we're missing someone.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. If Swift want, we can berate his chat also. No, we gotta be nice, guys. We gotta be nice.
Who said? Is that Kohan? Is that Kohan? I can't see chat, so I don't know. Is that Kohan? That sounds like a Kohan comment.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. You sit right down. You sit right down, Kohan.
Let's see. I see. We have everybody here. Yes, we're all here.
Oh, there's Haunted.
Some people are outside. Okay. So be warned. So brief explanation of the Dark Zone for those of you who are new to the Division world. The Dark Zone, the version that we're in, is a player versus player environment, but also it's a player versus environment type of scenario. We go in, we find some NPCs, we find some loot, we try to extract it, but other players can kill us for our loot. And so the way that that's going to work is we want to go to these purple fist icons, which are landmarks, and that's going to be where we go and we essentially fight NPCs and find loot and that kind of thing. Something to note for those of us in our group who are playing,
Enemy patrol detected.
You have to actually turn yourself rogue in order to kill someone else, and they have to do the same to you. So if you run into someone who is not rogue, which has the big red skull near their name, shooting them is not going to do anything, but they can't hurt you if they shoot you. And so when you go rogue, it takes a couple seconds to spin up, and people can see it being done. And so the play is to find a group of people and then kind of sneak up on them, go rogue, and then take them out and steal their stuff. Now, that said, I, as a Division agent, I don't ever go rogue, really. But if we want to go rogue for the experience, we can do it. There's a joke I like to make about this game, and Earthom has lovingly pointed this out. 1,000 shade levels, like Rui LMAO. There's a funny thing about that comment. Rui is not 1,000 shade levels. He is just a menace in this game to begin with, regardless of his level. He is... I like to joke that he is a plague that I have unleashed on the Dark Zone.
Oh, no.
This man smells blood from across the map and is there instantly to kill somebody. He thrives in the PvP space. And every time we go into the Dark Zone, it's, I'm going to kill somebody, and you cannot stop me. Let's see. Xeno's on the hunt for LMGs. Old build run Striker. Striker is always a very good choice in this game. Always a super solid DPS build. Can never go wrong with Strikers. They have tried to dethrone Strikers in this game, but they just can't. What was it? Tipping Scales, I think, came out, which is a really good competitor, but oh boy, when you combine Strikers with the chess piece that I'm running with Perfect Obliterate, it's just top tier damage. Swift, would you like to tell Xeno about your favorite light machine gun?
My favorite light machine. Oh, let me tell you. I don't know if I've ever introduced you to the Bullet King. The Bullet King is the one and only gun that I use in this game. I understand that it may be a little bit weak, but it isn't weak in reloading because I just don't have to do it. It's so good. Basically, I can just take out a bunch of guys with just one trigger pull, and that's the end of it. That's all she wrote. The Bullet King, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we roll here.
The Bullet King, top tier top tier LMG.
Yeah.
I think oh boy, it's been a while since I've used an LMG build. Blue screen's a nice, good alternative. If you do status effect type things, really good alternative. Let's see. Looks like Xeno that's his current LMG. So part of the Bullet King Club.
Very nice.
Oh, I knew
very
it.
nice.
I forgot something earlier.
See, that means that Xeno has taste, right? Xeno has taste.
A man of culture.
There you go.
Before the stream ends, I need to get the bell ringer out. I keep forgetting to pull that out of storage.
Oh, okay.
And then the Slayer as well, so that we can see what the Slayer does. I can't just tease a gun that shoots snowballs and then not use it. Like, why would I do that? That's just mean. So it looks like... Oh, okay. So, something that also... if someone in your group goes rogue, you can kind of see on me, I have this red skull with the timer on it. That's how you know who is rogue. Someone went rogue briefly there for a second. Sure, who or why?
Okay.
So I think it was there's little consoles on the wall that you can activate, and it turns you rogue for a second, but it also gives you bonuses. So it's worth doing those if you find them. Just be aware that if you do, you got dead by other players.
Right.
It also looks like, I think I'm seeing in the chat, there are other players in this zone who are going rogue. So we just got to keep an eye out. They might not be near us, but they might be somewhere else in the zone.
Right.
And if they gain enough notoriety as a rogue, they enter what's called manhunt status. And so what ends up happening with that is the skull changes from red to yellow, and then you actively get pinged on the map. So like you can't hide from anybody. So if you enter manhunt status, like they know exactly where you are at all times, and if you time out, you get a reward. If you go do objectives, you get a reward for manhunt. But if you get killed, the person who kills you gets a ton of rewards as well.
Right.
Which we're gonna dip into the Division lore here for a minute. The fact that rogues still exist in the Dark Zone is it's a bit of a mystery to a lot of people. And I don't want to give away too much for those who are still going through the story. But things happen that make it weird that rogues are still here. And it was something that happened around the time I was coming back that I thought was very weird, and wild direction to go with the story.
Enemy patrol detected. Contaminated gear detected.
Oh, I'm on fire.
Oh, I think we just went down.
Landmark cleared.
Ah, it's fine. We've got a few of us. We can do some revives.
Hmm.
Oh, something to note. I think this is Swift here. So
Yeah.
I can't revive you, unfortunately.
Oh.
And Haunted just stole your stuff.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you die, you drop all of the loot that you picked up while you were in here. So you'll have to respawn and then come to us.
Oh no.
It's like,
Okay.
you can go down and we can revive you, but I think if you die,
Okay, I'll have to be a little bit more careful next time.
yeah, if you die, you have to respawn. Haunted is saying he's sorry, which totally understandable. If we extract those things and you're really sad that you lost it, I'm pretty sure he can still give you those items. So
It's fine.
they're
It's
not
fine.
truly
Well,
lost.
there will be more items, I'm sure. It's fine.
Which I think, if everyone is like me, I am getting full up on my Dark Zone goodies. So we may have to go and do an extract. So this is gonna be, if there were a time to be ambushed by rogues, this would be it.
Okay.
No, don't worry, Haunted. Totally okay. Is he may have deconstructed the items out of reflex, which I 100% understand because I do the same.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, there's plenty of more loot to be had.
Yeah.
Everybody will get something fun. Yeah, so it looks like Gondabung has killed Toodles somewhere on the map. We've got some rogue agents fighting against each other. Or, well, rogue agents fighting other agents. Because I think the way that it works is rogue agents who are not in a party can fight each other. And then shade agents can fight all division agents.
Extraction.
But division agents can't fight each other without one party being rogue.
Right.
And there's this whole thing behind it of for those of you who are not familiar with the Division world, the rogues are the quote-unquote bad guys, but the rogues are also the good guys who went bad. So they were good guys at one point. They just decided, nah, I want to go a different path. And if anyone wants to talk about Division lore, I will happily do it. Just might have to be in a different forum because there are some people I don't want to spoil some things for, which Airthumb is alluding to. The weirdness happened does involve the basement friend, which is a very funny way to say that, but I 100% understand what he's saying.
Hilo almost at extraction zone.
There's the story takes a really weird turn at one point. All right, so our extraction should be here in 5 seconds. And what we can do is we can all put our loot onto the extract. Something to note about this, each extract can only hold up to 4 bags worth of stuff. So if you're in a party of 4, all of you can put your stuff on, but no one else can. And so one of the things that you can do, if you really want to be, a loot gremlin and lean into the rogue agent aspect of the game, you can sit and watch an entire party of 4 put their stuff on the rope, and then you can just run up, cut the rope, and steal all their stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so when you put your stuff on extraction, you want to hang around just to make sure, that no one comes and steals it from you. Now, where this differs from games like Tarkov and Marathon in the extraction shooter aspect, it's like I don't have any firsthand experience with Tarkov. I never had a chance to play it, and I don't think I ever will, if I'm being honest. I want to, but there's a really big learning curve to it. In those games, you drop in with whatever you bring in, and whatever you bring in, you can lose.
Right.
Whereas in this game, anything that you obtain outside of the dark zone stays with you even if you die. The only risk you have is losing what you've picked up inside the dark zone. And so there's a lot less risk to this extraction shooter than, say, other extraction shooters like Marathon and Tarkov, where if you're playing Marathon, which I unfortunately do, if you take in all of these items that you've spent weeks grinding to get and all this time bonding with, and then you die, you lose all of it.
Oh.
This, thankfully, if you've spent all your time getting level 30 expertise prototype gear like I have, I've only gotten as much as I did because they handed out free stuff, by the way. That stuff cannot be lost. Thankfully, anything you have equipped, you keep. You don't have to worry about that. So even if you die, it's not the end of the world. The messed up part is that it will happen even without you experiencing the event that should lead up to it. They just catch you up in the story. Yes, that's my one gripe with this game and the way the story works. They don't warn you about serious spoilers each season. So like,
oh, it's Toodles. Oh my God, it's Toodles. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Do you see him? He's there, Toodles.
oh, careful. Toodles has been getting into some firefights with some people.
Okay. Yeah, I accidentally shot him. Yeah, I just saw him. I was like, and then it said Toodles, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
It's better to shoot first and ask questions later, because if they aren't rogue, they won't die. But if they are rogue, they will die.
Right.
But yeah, my one gripe with this game for story people is they don't warn you about spoilers, and so they always play the most recent story or the most recent story epilogue trailer or whatever it is. So I've had friends who have played this game and they jump in at the wrong time and it's like, oh, that person just died. Well, that's a bummer. Why did they die? I don't know why they died. And it's just this huge, like, there are some people out there who play games for the story.
Yeah.
I will admit, I am not a dirty cutscene skipper for The Division because there are very few cutscenes. And I very much enjoy the Division lore. One of the few games that I do. But it is very disheartening to learn things about characters who you meet at the beginning of the game just because you started playing. And you don't actually get to experience it fully. I think we've cleared this. Oh, Oodles is out there dying, I guess. About that. So this is an event that happens in the Dark Zone called the Dark Zone Drop. And basically supply drops come in and only one group can claim them at a time. So it's basically a race to get to each of these caches. And so we might run into some people here. It looked like Toodles was on the outside of that POI. So we may see him come this way. And maybe his assailant who's been attacking him might come as well.
Right.
I will say, one thing that the Division team has done really well so far this season, the Dark Zone being a PvP area, same with Conflict, which is essentially their deathmatch type of scenario, was essentially ignored and let to the wayside because it was a smaller part of the game and most people played the PvE aspect of it. So cheaters were running rampant. A lot of people didn't want to play because of the cheaters. They actually recently hired in people to both come in and revamp the entire PvP scene in Division and Conflict. Both revamping the gameplay, rebalancing the gear and all that stuff. But then also cracking down harder on cheaters. And so there's been a lot less cheaters. Oh, looks like Toodles has gone rogue.
Uh-oh. So is this us? Does this mean
Yep.
What does this mean for us?
It looks like he's ready to fight. I don't think he knew we were a 4 group, so he just rolled up on a 4 stack alone. Think we may have got him?
I don't know. I don't see him.
He's down.
Oh, he's down. Okay.
So he dropped an exotic item called the Diamondback. If any of you want that, I have plenty of the Diamondback. So if someone wants it, feel free to
So
take it.
where's the weapon? Is it here? Is it this one?
Come over to me.
want-
Unfortunately I can't tell you what color it is. I have colorblind assist on, so all of my colors are different than yours.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
it's going to be this one here.
Oh, interesting.
It has that special emblem over the top of it.
Okay, so it looks like I gotta drop something.
Contaminated.
So if you go into your contaminated loot, you can deconstruct stuff, and that'll free up
Oh, I
space. And then
see.
you get credits that you can use to spend at the DZ vendors
Retrieving contaminated gear.
to buy other stuff. So you don't ever want to drop something; you always want to deconstruct it instead.
Right.
And so, something that just came recently out of this update as well. There's the resource that you get called the DZ resources, which is a separate currency. They've actually doubled the amount of currency you get from breaking stuff down in this dark zone. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
incentive to play in the PvP zone is that you get more stuff from it, which is kind of nice.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Let's see. I think we've got everybody. Yep. It looks like Rui has entered the chat and is very excited to see DZ stuff. And he joined just in time for us to get a taste of blood.
There you go.
Oh, so something to note, and this is something that you just want to be careful of. If you are ever rogue and you walk in view of these turrets will obliterate you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, they are put in place
Ugh.
to essentially stop people from camping the entrances to the dark zone. Because as you enter and you leave the dark zone, you're locked into an animation where you can't do anything. And
Oh,
so
I see.
very early on in the game, people will just go rogue and sit there. And as you're leaving the zone, you can't fight back and you just get gunned down.
Oh,
And so they put those turrets in place to prevent
to stop that from happening. Yeah.
But
By hostiles.
here's the thing. In the other dark zone, the non-balanced one, which is the normal dark zone, they have things, events that happen in there called invaded, and that's where
Yeah.
the dark zone changes. It's a different group of enemies, but there's also better loot. They turn off the defense turrets when the dark zone is invaded, and so you can still, if you jump in, encounter this spawn camping scenario. But because there's so many different dark zone entrances now, you can just fast travel to a different one and enter that way and avoid it.
Right. Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that was an explosion.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering,
Contaminated gear detected.
this stream together is a ton of fun. Thoroughly enjoy it. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun stuff. I think that's what's killing my frames.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's
I've been sitting here trying to think about it. I'm like, man, what is different? I haven't changed graphics.
no, it's the stream together. Yeah.
I think it's having that running plus OBS plus the game
Contaminated
might
gear.
be what's doing me in, which not that big of a deal. Oh,
No,
I
it's
just got
fine.
shot.
Gear detected.
Doesn't he know I was in my menu trying to clean up my inventory? So I am full up. So we should probably go extract our stuff, because I think Swift, you and B may have a smaller dark zone container than Haunted and I have.
Yeah. Mine is 6 out of 6. So.
Okay. Then yeah, let's deconstruct some stuff to make some room, and then pick up whatever you need to, and then we'll go hit an extract. I always forget because I'm at the point where I just deconstruct everything, and deconstructing it just frees up the space.
Right.
Oh yeah, we gotta hit that extract because we are 3 minutes out from the industry.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's do it. Here, let me just pick this up. What is it? Tactical. Okay, I see something tactical. I like tactical stuff.
All right,
And the
let's go
pin-
pick this up.
And the pinprick. What is that?
So that's gonna be a named rifle, I believe, or marksman rifle. It's I think it's a bolt action sniper. Anything that you see that has like a name written in gold like that, or again, might be a different color on your screen, but if it has like a name that's in a different color than white, it's what's called a named item, and those are special. They have like certain attributes that are special to them.
Right. Okay.
Like to give you an example, the holster that I have is called Salvo, and it is a holster that's a name brand, but it has a special attribute of bonus fire rate, whereas the non-named version of that same piece would just be a regular holster.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Extraction called for.
And so boy, let me tell you, there's a whole lot involving gear in this game that if you really want to get into it, we can talk about the proper methods of handling gear and overflow. And there's a ton of end game mechanics to this.
Yeah.
When it comes to gear, like there's an attribute library that you have to fill out. There's expertise. There's, in general, if you're collecting, then there's blueprints, and there's a lot.
Yeah. No, I can imagine it. There's an entire system to it, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think Toodles showing up and realizing we were a 4-stack may have scared them off. So we
Yeah,
should keep an eye out for anyone else, but I think might be in the clear.
Gear detected.
I'm going to say that to jinx us and get 4 other rogue players to show up right as we're extracting.
Extraction helo. Almost within range.
All right, here we go. Haven't lifted my finger off the trigger just yet.
Welcome back, Sam. Glad to have you back. We didn't scare somebody. We may or may not have killed someone in self-defense. They rolled up on us wanting to do us harm, and we said, there's 4 of us and 1 of you. They realized their mistake very quickly when I saw them go rogue, look at us, and then go run and hide to the first cover they could find. Because let me tell you, it's one thing to come in with big rogue energy. It's another to come in with big rogue energy and find 4 people all firing at you.
Yeah.
Self-defense, I'd like to consult my lawyer. It's okay.
Well, if the math is there, then it works. That's the best legal advice that I can give you.
And
so,
listen, we've got 4 witnesses to this scenario, so we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. All right, so we should be good. Let's go ahead and head back to the Dark Zone checkpoint, and then that's where we're going to call it for the night, because we are officially over time.
all right,
As we make our way back, I would like to, again, thank everyone who made this possible. Thank you, Swift. Thank you, both communities, the Swift Kick 85 community and the Recon 7 community.
Yeah,
I feel like this was a very nice and fun collision of Dead by Daylight and Division mashup. So, I hope you all had a great time. I hope you all learned some new stuff both about the Division, Dead by Daylight, and then, of course, both myself and Mr. Swift. Especially learning about all of the things we used to play when we were young and the Disney movies we watched on VHS tapes. For those of you who are too young to know what a VHS is, I recommend Google. Is the time
I'm only 19 years old. I have no idea what that is. I'm only 19.
And remember, if you ain't 18, you're 12. That's just how that works. It works both ways. So, special thanks to Haunted Harvest and Be the Tree for joining us in this game and hanging out with us, which it looks like, for those of you who have been hanging out since the beginning, we hit 3 hours, which means 3 hours rewards. You should have some drops for all of you who have joined us. I think it's 30 minutes, 1, 2, 3 hours. I may do a Friday stream to continue out the drops. I'm still a little bit unsure of that because of my moving schedule. To keep on top of everything, because I'm really bad at doing this as well. We do have a Discord. If you would like to join, hop on over there. Check out the community. The people there are really nice, with one exception, but it's okay. Sometimes he has to be slapped on the wrist when he bans people by mistake. We love him anyway. Thank you to my wonderful moderator, Rui. great guy. From what I hear, he's a wonderful husband too, by the way. So shout out to him for that. As well, Swift, I probably should have asked you if you wanted to prep this ahead of time.
Sure.
If you have the link to your Discord and want to hand that out, feel free to.
I don't have it on me at the moment because I don't have access to your chat or Sapphire or whatever. But if you guys want to come by the channel, I mean, yeah, can I plug it? Sorry, that was very presumptuous of me. Yeah, sorry.
Plug away, man.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I was very presumptuous. Sorry. Yeah, so if you guys want to join our Discord at SwiftKick85, you can come by the channel SwiftKick85. And as Recon was saying, we stream every Wednesday and Friday from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Yeah, and you can join us on the Discord there. Unfortunately, yeah, sorry, Recon, I don't have the link on me, but you can find the link in the About Me page at SwiftKick85 Twitch channel. So there you go. Okay.
Yeah, thank you again for joining us. Thank you everybody for being a part of this. This was a fun first time experience for doing co-stream for me. Learned a lot, had a lot of fun. Like I said, be sure to check out Swift. You're coming in from my community. And which, I'll be honest, I kind of cheated on this. 90% of my viewers were already in your community according to Twitch anyway. So.
Look, it works. Look, it works. It works. The whole point is that we're crossing streams here, and that's the idea. Okay, so don't worry. Not 80%, 90%, 100%. It's all good. It's all good. Basically what you're trying to say is that we have a community of people, right, who are just good people and they're supportive. Okay, that's the idea. Okay. At least 90% of them. At least 90% of them.
And thank you all who again joined. It means so much to me for you all joining and hanging out with us. And of course, thank you to all the new members who joined us, who have both discovered both myself and Swift tonight. Very much appreciate everybody. And yeah, this was a ton of fun. Now, one last thing before we send off. We have a Swift joke redeem.
Oh my goodness.
Samantha Eve is not happy about. She thought she escaped it. Surprise. There's no escaping the Swift jokes.
There's no escape. There's no escape. Here we go. I don't know if you guys know this, but I absolutely hate Russian dolls. Did you guys know this? I absolutely hate Russian dolls. They're so full of themselves.
Location guarded by hostiles.
Love me a good Russian nesting doll. I know I said we were going out on that, but Haunted Harvest has reminded me about something critically important.
Oh yes, all right, the snowball gun.
Yes, we're gonna do the snowball gun, and then we're gonna do the bell ringer. But first, a cat fact apparently. It should be noted that not all cats react to Nepeta catarrhea, and its effects may last for a few minutes or up to an hour, depending on the cat and the amount of plant ingested. Now, that's out of the way. Are we in the dark? No, we're not in the dark zone.
We're not in the dark zone.
So, we're going to equip two things here. We're going to equip the Slayer, and then we're also going to equip the Bell Ringer. Shoot. So, first things first. This is the Slayer. As we fire our snowballs.
Oh, interesting.
So, imagine this with the Bullet King unlimited ammo.
No.
And then the community favorite, probably one of the best guns to ever come out of the division, the Bell Ringer.
No.
So imagine you're in a raid with 8 people, and you just start hearing the bells. I was watching DJ Tickle is another division streamer. And every time he does raid help, at least one person brings in the bell ringer. And he hears it for a second, and he's always like, I heard it. Who did it?
That would be really terrifying if you're in the dark zone and you're all by yourself and all you hear is the bell ringer. That would scare me a little bit.
That would be
just
so
be like, okay,
terrifying.
Maybe I should just leave the dark zone. I don't know if the dark zone is for me, Not for me. I think I'm just gonna go and that's it.
All right. Okay. It is time for us to go. Thank you again for everybody who made this happen. Thank you all for joining. New members and old. Love and appreciate the support. And as always, before we go out, a reminder: eat your food, drink your water, take your meds. It's time to go to bed. Have a good night, everybody.
Right. Good night.